Right, right. Let's set up the ting, set up the ting. Yo, let me sort this cheese on toast out. You know what I'm saying? Put some cheese on toast in the air fryer. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's good? In a battle, I will sneeze on your hopes and crunch up your rhymes like this cheese on toast. Yeah, put it in the air fryer. If it ain't cooked right, turn it up higher. Yeah, bars, boy. That is what you call it. Bars. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Cheese and toast, rude boy. Cheese and toast. Old fashioned but good. All right. Let me set up the play, you know what I mean? Let me set up the play. Let me get the feed. The YouTube feed going. Oh, been a rough day. Been a rough day, man. A rough day. But God willing, we made it a good day. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. We made it a good day. All right. So this is the feed. This is it here. If I press that, get rid of that, press that, get rid of that, and press that. Bruce Goss. How you doing, Bruce? Big up, Bruce. Yeah. All right. Let me stop clowning around. Let me stop clowning around. Yeah, Daniel. Ben Shalom wet the bed again. I mean, it's becoming a joke. It's becoming a joke. In fact, before we even go there, yeah, right, right. Let's get that up, right? I mean, maybe you can read that from where you are. Let's go to my last vid yesterday. We're gonna go to yesterday, right? Canelo and Eubank in talks again, and I'm gonna go to the last bit of what I said. I forget these advertisements for that. You know what I mean? What did I say? Right. Don't believe the hype. It's a sequel. As an equal, can I get this through to you? Yo, look. See what it says? Eddy Reynoso on Ben Shalom's claim, and it's Ben Shalom's claim, yeah, that preliminary talks are underway for a Canelo Eubank Jr. fight. It's totally false. Eubank had his chance to fight Canelo in September, and the only thing he did was complicate the negotiations. We will not touch base with him again for a future fight. Asked who he and Canelo have on their short list of potential opponents, Reynoso responded, anyone but Eubank. That, my friend, is an epic fail. An epic fail, Chris. That's what that is. An epic fail. You know something? We need a 10-second cheese and toast break. Some people have accused me of hating on Chris Eubank recently. I haven't been hating on Eubank. Chris Eubank has been doing a lot of S-U-C-K re. F-U-C-K re. That's the bottom line. I haven't been hating on him. Lying. Him, Ben Shalom. I said this is clout chasing. I didn't even play the whole of my video. Clout chasing. And now Eddy Reynoso comes out and says that. I told you in the video, I don't trust Ben Shalom. I don't trust him. Let me see where I said it. Where I said, I don't trust him. You can't trust anything Ben Shalom says. You know what I mean? You cannot trust anything that man says. Okay. Yeah, man. That's what you call a snack. Cheese and toast and Ribena. That's some good old fashioned snack. Right. You cannot trust Ben Shalom. Like, I was listening to some videos defending Ben Shalom with the Fabio Wardley situation, saying, well, he didn't say Fabio was guilty. Dude. As soon as you say or imply that something is not right with Fabio's gloves and it needs to be looked at, you've thrown him under the bus. You can't say, oh, Fabio has done nothing wrong, but yet his gloves, you're talking about them like they're lethal weapons. It doesn't make sense. And he's a liar. Eddy Reynoso has exposed him. He's a liar. He's a liar. Yeah, cock up the bed again, Daniel. Yeah. Big up Grant S. Marks, he says, I'm one of the 4. Done it on the way in. Big up, Toby, for that. Thumbs in on the video. Bruce Guess. Does it really surprise me? No. Kieran Malcolm, was Senior as hard to deal with as Junior as a fighter? I don't think he was actually, no. See, the thing is, he came out and said, I'm not fighting Errol Graham. I'm not fighting him. It's too hard to hit. Junior cannot be trusted. And like him with promoting with Ben Shalom, they're both liars. Toby Bartlett. People say Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren have a problem with Ben Shalom. But I've said before, it's now getting more and more people in boxing saying the same thing. Is it really everyone else, Ben? There you go, Toby. It's too much smoke. The corridor's on fire. But we can't say it's Ben. Ben, too much smoke, man. And look, Eddy Reynoso threw him under the bus. Under the bus. Ben came out and said, we are in preliminary talks. You know why he's saying that? Because he hasn't got a clue what to do with Chris, wanting exorbitant purses for fighting bums, and now you're stuck with it because you're a sucker. And listen, I don't hate. I said this already. I said, yeah, you see how Chris weaseled over to Ben Shalom's corner because he looks at Ben. He picked Ben off. He could have signed with Eddie, you know. But Eddie said, nah, I'll give you so much fights. We'll give you one fight. And after that, you got to go in there and fight some real fight. Chris said, no, let me pick off Ben. He's a sucker. And now you're doing all this, you're telling all these lies. How comes that? See, the thing is, yeah, show me where that's happening with Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren. Oh, we're in preliminary talks. And then the man's coach comes out and says, well, that's not true. We're not talking with him. That's not true. You're not built for this. You are not built for this. You're an embarrassment to British boxing. An embarrassment. Yeah, I said it. I'm hoping they give that Izzy some more backing to get Ben out. Let Izzy, GBM, give him a go. He's on DAZN as well. And you see, like, DAZN is signing up. DAZN have got, is it Universum from Germany? They got them guys on there now. So there's more content. Slovenia, 50 years Rumble in the Jungle anniversary. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Big up, Bruce Gus. Case says Eubank is annoying, man. Very annoying. In his mid-30s with a prospect resume, he needs to go to the PBC. He was on the PBC. He needs to go back. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Phil Anza, he says, I still think the Conor Ben fight, I don't think the Conor Ben fight happens. What did Conor say? Conor replied. Where Conor there? Corner Ben, the corner. Where corner at? You're a joke. You're a joke, Eubank. You're an absolute joke. You and your promote. Ben Shalom is an absolute joke. At this point, he's a joke. Hey, listen, Fabio is way more PISSED off than what he's letting on from what I hear. You're a joke. Why would you come out and say that? You're in preliminary talks. Yeah, you can see it. He said it, Slevin. I've got the receipt on the screen. I've got the receipt on the screen. Yeah. Exposed him. Shame. That is shameful. That's humiliating. Humiliating. You got Ben Whittaker, 3 weeks, hasn't said a word about the Kip Cameron fight. It's a joke. 3 weeks. Conor replied, he said, just face it, Junior. The welterweight is your biggest payday and the only fight for you. And I promise you, I'm going to leave you flat on the canvas. 3 rounds done. Well, he's got to get his license. When's the license? Like, we're at the end of the month now. We're going into November. Where's the license? Boxer's a joke. Boxer is an absolute joke. It's an absolute shambles. I tell you what, yeah. Frank Warren's nicer than Mickey Duff. He's not. If Mickey was around with Ben Shalom, Mickey would be tearing Ben Shalom up, making him look really stupid. Because Mickey Duff didn't hold his mouth. But he'll do it stylishly. He's not gonna. He didn't curse bad words. Mickey Duff would tell, oh man, your guts forgot us, mate. Your guts forgot us. Whatever that means. Yeah. Joke. Absolute joke. How do you come out and say you're in preliminary talks? And then the man's coach said, well, what are you talking about? This is not true. Embarrassing. You blew it already. You blew it. Where was it in June? You blew it. You blew that fight. You had it on the table. You priced yourself out. And then you said, oh, we didn't price ourselves out. It's because Chris was inactive. What the... And Simon Jordan, like, you got stuff to talk about Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn. Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn. Eddie, he's come up short. But Frank, he was in an undisputed fight. Yeah, Frank come up short. And Eddie was in an undisputed fight. They're doing what they're supposed to do. What is Ben Shalom doing? Apart from telling lies. Look what he did with Harlem Eubank. When Adam Azim wouldn't fight Dalton Smith. You made a big song and dance. Look, no, we're going to fight Harlem Knight. And then you don't fight him. You go and fight flipping O'Hara Davis, who's just coming off the knockout loss to Old Face Killer. Come on, man. This shit, it's not even funny. It's not funny. It's not funny no more. Case K. Big up Case. Slevin E. Eubank can beat Ben and then face Hamza. He would probably bag 10 mil. Eubank's not fighting. Do you know how much they offered him? I don't think Slevin, no. Slevin, have a guess how much they offered Eubank to fight Hamza. Have a guess. For those of you who don't know, have a guess what they offered Eubank to face Hamza. And this is not for an old world title. He don't have a world title. Have a guess in the comment section if you don't. There you go, Slevin. 5 million. They offered him 5 million to fight Hamza Shiraz, and he turned it down. D-Lo boxing, big up. Yeah, man. Old face killer. Took out O'Hara, and then you stick your guy in the ring with O'Hara. Come on, man. One round. Make it out it's a huge fight. Come on, man. O'Hara Davis is a better fight than Harlem Eubank. It's a better fight. Yeah, right. O'Hara's heart went out of boxing years back. Harlem got faster feet, more ambition, faster hands. He don't have as much power. But in terms of technical boxing ability, he's got Adam Booth and his setup behind him. He's more ambitious. He hasn't had a shot at the big money. He's more hungry. Don't try and tell me like I'm some nut job, like I don't know boxing, that this is a harder fight. It's not no harder fight. Harlem Eubank at this stage is the harder fight. The only thing he doesn't do, he don't hit as hard as O'Hara Davis. But boxing ain't just about punching, is it? Hard punching. There's more facets to it. The foot speed. What about the foot speed? The hand speed? Putting combinations together. Harlem is way more more feints than Eubank, more upper body movement, better footwork, faster hands, throw more punches. Might not have big power, but he's pretty effective. He's unbeaten. Looking for a big fight. Looking for his chance. But they don't want to take them fights. Hamza came on Twitter the other month, before this O'Hara thing, months before. Yeah, I could fight Keyshawn Davis at Wembley Stadium. Just stop talking, man. Seriously. Like, you don't want to dislike fighters. You don't want to dislike Ben like that. But just stop talking. Stop talking. See, the thing is, yeah, a lot of people don't understand, yeah. You could talk to certain young boys like that and it's okay. But you can't talk to big man like that and expect any respect or expect them to be listening. You don't talk like that into the next big man's ear. You don't talk a whole lot of fart into a big man's ear. Because he'd be thinking, what's the matter with this Panani old, bro? Why are you just talking rubbish in my ear constantly? What's Hakeem saying? Big up Hakeem. Case K, talking about Eubank, he moves like a punk. Can't really argue with that, Hakeem. He's moving like a punk. He is. Yeah, Ben Whitaker. And Ben Whitaker, yeah. Hiding from the camera. You had so much to say before, now you're hiding away. $5 million. Big up the beauty of the pencil. That's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. How are you gonna say all that and like bench him and like he's gonna come on camera and say, "Oh, we didn't say that, we didn't say this or this that. I don't think you understood what we were saying." Stop it now. Had enough of it. Look how much fights he's scuffed up now. You scuffed up the Golovkin fight. You scuffed up the Canelo fight. You just scuff up fights. That's all you do is scuff up fights. And we're sick of it. D-Lo said, seemed like the business took the passion and dedication from O'Hara. Well, you know what I mean? He started buying houses, isn't it? So he's into flipping houses and them things now. And like, hey, I'm glad for him. But, as for us watching competitive boxing, O'Hara ain't about that life no more. You know what I mean? I think when he got that controversial decision that went against him against Cattle, that fight was a draw, you know. Carroll didn't beat O'Hara Davis that night. It was a draw. I scored it. It was a draw. It was a draw. I was a couple of swing rounds here. The fight was even. It was even. People telling me, oh, brilliant boxing from Carroll. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. It was a draw. It was a draw. A legitimate draw. I remember I was going in comment sections where they were bigging up Carroll's boxing that night. That was on a Box Nation card. Oh, look at the brilliant boxing. I just told you, just shut up. It was a draw. O'Hara was screaming that he won. No, you didn't win, O'Hara. The fight was even. It was. I tell you what, it was one of the most boring fights ever. I don't really mind boring fights like that. It is what it is. But this was tedious. It was tedious. It wasn't a good fight. I think he gave up after that. Ben interview about his late nan incoming. Yeah, he's a joke, man. Case K. Ben Whitaker act like a woman. Talk all that ish and then hides after his L. Yeah. Like Fraser Clark doing interviews, you can see like Fraser Clark, his face mash up, man. Doing interviews today. Wow. D-Lo says it's always brilliant boxing when it's the guy they like. Yeah. Just total bias. How brilliant Cattle. No, he boxed like ass against O'Hara. It was a horrible fight. Even worse than the Pro Gray fight, because that at least livened up. Hakeem says the most boring fight ever. Easter versus that Cuban guy. Is that Bartholomew Rancis? Could be Rancis. Oh. Yeah. Shocking. Absolutely shocking vibes, rude boy. Big up Anthony Mackin. What fight are we talking about, Anthony? Catterall versus O'Hara. It was dreadful. It was absolutely dreadful. Yeah, Rancis had a few stinkers, didn't he? Rancis had a couple of stinkers. You know what I mean? I feel like with this Cuban guy, we weren't really friends all that, but we were cool. We used to talk boxing. But I fell out with him. I told him, I said, man, you and other people, like, you hype up these Cuban boxing, like, you know, Latina, you know what I mean? Like, great boxing. It's not all that in the pro. It's just not all that. You're not all that. It's all an illusion. It's an illusion, mate. You're just all right. You're no more than all right. Guzzy, I don't think any signing Whitaker now. I wouldn't have thought so. He might do, though. He might do. Don't be shocked if he does. Maybe that's why he's not. That's a good point, you know. What is happening with Ben Whitaker? Is he transferring over to Matchroom right now? Is that why there's radio silence, or is it just the Cameron fight? Because it's not. He didn't lose the fight. It was a draw. There was some controversy at the end, but yo, everyone will live. D-Lo says Easter versus Rancis was painful. I would have paid them not to rematch. Yeah. Just Robert Easter looked like he could have done something for a while, man, and then he just couldn't live up to the goods, man. He had some good wins though. Hyphy, if you told me they offered Eubank $5 million, I would be inclined to believe that was a lie. But then this is Eubank we're talking about. He's been turning down big fights for almost a decade. Yo, Spencer Brown sold it out. He said, yeah, he was offered 5 mil to fight Hamza Shiraz. He was offered 5 mil and declined it. Check this out. He was offered 5 mil and he's not a champion. You know how much they offered Johnny Beck to fight Hamza? 1.2. And he shouldn't have turned it down. Listen, Johnny Beck's taking 200,000, 300-pound purses. That's what he's making. He had no business turning it down. Chris was offered more than the champion. Chris was offered more than the champion. Anthony said, Catterall versus O'Hara was dreadful. You could clearly see that neither guy was willing to commit to a punch for fear of what would come back. It was awful, man. Absolutely awful. Slevin E says, Beats not having it with the Cubans. They do have a superiority complex. Yeah, sometimes when you talk to an actual Cuban about, like, they talk like they've had the best pros ever in the history of boxing. And then sometimes you're like, hold on, slow down a little. Yo, okay. I mean, yeah, I like some of the skills, but slow down a little. They're not as good as what you're saying, bro. They're not as good as what you're saying. Hakeem, do I think Catterall can beat any of the champs at 140? I have my doubts. I can see Devin beating Jack Catterall. I can see it. I can see Devin beating Jack Catterall. Devin throws more punches than Catterall. See, you know what I'm saying? People say Devin is boring. Devin throws way more punches than Jack Catterall. He's consistent with his jab. Devin way better to watch than Jack Catterall. See, that's what I'm saying. People saying, you guys know what you're talking. Devin is way better to watch than Jack Catterall. And Jack's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. It's a tough fight, but hey, listen. Devin boring. Devin ain't boring, man. Devin ain't boring. Devin's not boring. Hyphy, he said, D-Lo, he said he'd rather have COVID than watch that fight again. Guzzy, Whitaker's value has dropped big time, in my opinion. Yeah, it's horrible PR right now. Yeah. Case says Ben Whitaker is the Ronda Rousey of boxing. Whenever she would lose, she would hide like a coward, refuse to talk to media after she got her ass kicked. Yeah, she was a bully, weren't she? She was a bully. Slevin E. I'm stunned they offered him 5 mil. 5 mil. 5 mil. D-Lo says lots of fighters, so their teams cannot get out of their own way. 100%. Can't get out of their own way, man. Case K. Cubans are so overhyped. I won't lie. I used to fall for the Cuban hype back in the day. I was in awe of the Cubans. But when was the last time there was a dominant Cuban champion? You tell me, Case. I mean, I don't see them. I don't see them out there. I think Rigondeaux could have been. The industry messed up Rigondeaux. I'll give Rigondeaux a pass. But the rest of them is like, I used to like the lightweight. Who's the 135-pounder? Didn't he lose to Marcus? I think he lost to Bradley. Casamayor. I used to like Casamayor. And there's a few more. I really used to like the featherweight who Tank and Devin beat. What's his name? Eureka's. I used to like Eureka's. Gamboa. Yeah. Beauty said, I don't think Devin is boring. No, Devin's not a boring fighter, bro. Devin not boring. He's a boxer. He's not boring. Devin is in range to throw his jab. Yeah, I agree with that, Hacks. I just said I like Gamboa. I used to like I used to love watching Eureka's Gamboa. I used to love him. He was a really good fighter. Brilliant fighter to watch. Yeah, man. Sleveny, he said if that fight is not in England, Jack ain't winning shit with that style. Yeah, listen, once Jack crosses the pond, bro, into any other territory with that type of boxing, he's likely to lose the fight. He's likely to lose. Jack doesn't punctuate his work at all. Hakeem said Devin not boring, but Shakur is, in my opinion. Shakur is. I didn't find the last performance against the guy who took Frank Martin the distance. I didn't find that boring. I saw some of his boxing was pretty good. I didn't find it. The one before De Los Santos, okay, yeah, you stunk the place out, Shakur. You stunk that one out. But I didn't find the last one boring. Yeah, Casamayo was good case. I used to like Casamayo and Gamboa. Yes, I did. I did. Yeah, Lara is good. Lara is definitely good. Lara was good. Gamboa, Lara, Rigo, and Casamaya, yes, D'Lo. I'll go with that for there. I'll go with that for there. Gamboa, Lara, Rigo, Casamaya, Ortiz, overhyped. Um, and loads more of them, man. Who was the other one? Solis. He was good in the amateurs, though. The fight he had with David Hay was really good. Yes, Lemony. You know what happened to Gamboa? Like, I'll read your comment first. Gamboa made a few quid and then didn't care. Was partying in Florida, then came back when he was broke. That's exactly what caught Gamboa up, right? Gamboa got too caught up in the American baller's life. He got caught up in that. He got some did he have DUIs and stuff? He got caught up in a lot of stupid crap, running around with probably some wannabe thugs up there in Florida, and he ruined his career. He didn't dedicate himself to the sport no more. The stories kept coming out. He was always in trouble. Yeah. But in terms of talent, that dude had some talent, bro. Natural talent, Cuban talent, like trained talent from the amateurs. He had some skills. He was bad. He was bad, man. He was good. D-Lo Solis didn't pan out at all. May have been moved too fast and also seemed to lack discipline. He wasn't moved too fast because he had an extensive amateur career. The fight he remember when he fought David Hay in the Worlds, and David Hay, what punch was it? I can't remember the punch now, but David Hay landed that bomb on his chin, and it was a standing eight, but he survived the standing eight, and he stopped David, I think, in the last round. Hakeem said, is Gamboa in prison? I don't know. That'd be a shame if he is. Sleveny, who was the Cuban that got robbed with Brandon Rios? I remember that fight. The white Cuban. I can't remember it. I know what you're talking. I remember that fight. I remember that fight. Case K. I like Hurtado. He was that good. But he was exciting. He almost beat Costazu. Yeah. And Whitaker. Didn't he almost beat Whitaker as well? But Whitaker came back and knocked him out. Hakeem said, this kid Andy Cruz looks good. Yeah, Andy's not a bad fighter. Andy's not bad. Although he got hurt in his last fight, didn't he? Got tagged, but he survived it. Hey, look, it's boxing. People get hurt. D-Lo says contract issues got Gamboa as well. And 50 Cent sold him out with the Terence Crawford fight to try and keep, is it SMS afloat? You shouldn't have put him in with Terence Crawford. Even though he had his moments, you shouldn't have put him in there with Terence Crawford. Yeah. D-Lo, yeah, but Dick Beat says throwing him in there with Vitali when they did. Yeah, but he wasn't progressing. He wasn't training. He wasn't training. You can see, if you look at his physique from the amateurs to the pro, he wasn't training. So, yeah, they cashed him out. They cashed him out. And then he lost the 2 fights to, is it Tony Thompson? An old Tony Thompson. And his manager came out and was like, he weren't impressed at all. He wasn't impressed, especially see the second Tony Thompson lost? His manager was burying him. So yeah, they had no choice but to cash him out. Didn't his knee go against Klitschko? Yeah, it was his knee. Cases 50 Cent was a terrible promoter. He sold Gamboa out after a layoff. 50 Cent was arrogant. He must have thought that this was the mixtape circuit, that he could just get into boxing and do what he wanted. Nah, bruh. I remember, didn't he put Kirkland in with Canelo? Poor gosh. Poor James. I mean, well, Kirkland must have just come out of jail the other day or something, or out of the trap house. Are you putting him in with Canelo? Oh, madness, bruh. Total madness. Case says 50 had no clue what he was doing. Tone says Solis, another boxer who needed a padlock on his fridge. What a waste. Yeah, waste of talent. Big up Tone. Dave King Beats. Do you know whatever happened to that young American boxer, Eddy Sign? The kid with the big teeth. Looked like Italian or Hispanic. I don't know. You'd have to give me a weight class or a fight that he had, or at least something. You need a bit more than that. Wow. Man. It just all went wrong with 50. Like, he spent a fortune on fighters like Billy Dib. And then Billy got turned over by that Russian, is it Gradovich, for the IBF title. And then I remember they were bigging up Gradovich, bro. Yeah, Gradovich, man, he's a killer. I said, listen. Get Lee Selby in the ring with Gradovich, and he's cleaning him up. And it happened next. Yeah, Selby cleaned that. Billy, a nice guy, but he wasn't about that life, bro. He wasn't about that life. Sleveny, he had Darrell too. Yeah, he did have Darrell. Yeah. 50 was just trying to prove to Floyd, yo, I can do this without you. No, you can't. No, you can't. Al Heyman was never going to let Floyd bring 50 in the game to start getting involved in huge promotions. And that's why 50 went ahead with his own promotional stable. Yeah. Now, I think Billy's recovered from cancer now, D-Lo. Yeah, he's in remission now. Thank God. Thank God, Billy. Thank God. That made when he was recovered, and I saw him in the thing, I felt good. Felt good. Felt good, man. Felt good. I think the whole of Twitter was rooting for him. We was all rooting for him. You know what I mean? D-Lo said that's great to hear. Yeah, Billy's a nice kid, man. Billy's a nice kid. A nice kid, man. A nice kid. And he was a decent fighter too. He was decent. Yeah. And like, how much did 50 spend to sign Granite? Yeah, Billy got a nice signing fee for 50, you know what I mean? Like, and I can't remember the story. Mayweather knew that Billy did well and all that. I remember there was videos that, yo, really, this guy don't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. Cesar said Floyd Mayweather is a waste man. It's easy for people who ain't accomplished nowhere near as much as someone like Floyd to call him a waste man. I mean, that what you're doing, that's just some internet talk, isn't it? Like you just sound like one of them. You just sound like not even saying that I'm bad about you. You just sound like someone on the internet who really hasn't got much input on boxing to offer. You know what I mean? You didn't even point out a situation where he done something bad. You just Floyd the waste man. I mean, it's just idiot talk, really. Just idiot talk. But you know, how is Floyd a waste? Yeah. How is being? No, don't bring the politics here. Yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, don't bring the politics here. Bring that somewhere else. Bring that somewhere else. Yeah. If you're not willing to keep talk boxing here right now, then this probably ain't the space for you. It's probably ain't the space because it's no point me getting involved in that and saying, yeah, I support one side, I support one side. Because as soon as I support one side, people from the other side are going to say, well, why are you taking their side, Beats? And that goes for anyone else in the comment section. All you're going to do is get into something that's not going to be resolved online. Case, and I don't care about his politics. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I couldn't, man. I don't take, listen, man. You see me? That's why I do a boxing channel. Yeah? I don't do current affairs. Dave King, Castro was the American boxer. What American boxer? You lost me there, Dave. Am I going to watch Jake Paul versus Tyson? Yeah, I could watch it. I could see myself watching it. You know what I mean? Why not? Hey, listen, man. I support Iron Mike. I mean, if he wants to fight the young dudes, I support him, man. He's getting paid a bag load of money, bro. As long as he don't get hurt too bad, you know what I mean? He can get knocked out, but he's getting a bag load of money. As long as he's healthy enough to see his kids spend it or his wife, then it's all good. Mark Castro. Oh, he's still going. He's still going. They're talking about maybe a world title soon. Yeah, I know Mark Castro. I know Castro. Yeah. I don't think he's that good though. But he's not bad. He's not bad, but I don't know how good he is. I don't know how good he is. Mark Castro. Yeah, I know him. Wow, man. Jake Paul versus Tyson. Jake Paul versus Tyson. Humbled by the rumble, George eventually moved on and rose again. George Foreman reflecting on the rumble in the jungle. How old was I when that was on? I must be 6. I was about 6 years old. 6 years old, man. 50 years, man. It's a long time, isn't it? Seems like a long time when you see a number like 50 years back. In Zaire, before it was the Congo. Wow. Let's see what George is saying. What's George got to say? Let's see. This thing always lagging up, man. Stop lagging up. I'm telling you. Solving the unsolvable, withstanding the might of Foreman's destructive power punches for more than 7 rounds. Ali executed the right without, letting Big George punch himself out. Whew. Yeah, hey, listen, it was a great victory, man. Great event. Who they had there? James Brown, Fela Kuti. You know what I mean? Okay, it says here, beyond that, Dick Sadler, that's George's trainer, instructed all of the quality sparring partners to avoid hitting Foreman in the head for the 6-week training period. So how come he got cut? Was that before the cut? Meaning Ali's fight night salvos would be the first real punches sent that direction. He ran, he trained, but the sparring was not real sparring, said Bill Kaplan. That's what he told Boxing Scene. Longtime publicist and International Hall of Fame member. He saw it from ringside, man. He was actually there, Kaplan. He said Foreman exhausted after throwing so many punches in the first 2. George's style was to unload and go for early knockouts. And he destroyed the guys that Ali had beaten. So we're talking about Frazier, Norton. Wow. Frazier, Norton. Yeah. But in this one, I said to the photographer next to me, oh my God, we're going to blow this fight. I can see George starting to get out. Hey, listen, I'm just going to get a coffee. I'm not going nowhere. I'll be back. Wow. Somebody was asking about David Reed. David Reed. What year did he fight Trinidad? I never forget that fight, bro. I never forget that fight. He nearly had Trinidad out there, but so did a lot of people. But look, man, he was a talented kid. Could argue they fast-tracked him too quick. Wow, let me put Sam Hill. That was his last fight, yeah? 2001. How long was his career? Was it that short? Bloody hell, 4-year career. I didn't realize it was only 4 years. Well, he was one of them guys. He was a precocious talent. What, did he medal? I think he medaled in 92, didn't he? He medaled in 92. Or was it 96? 90, no, no. 92 is Barcelona. That's Oscar's ceremony. He's a 96 baby. He was a 96 baby. You know, so I want to go over his career, you know. I want to go over his career. I want to do like, take time and go over his career. He had the droopy eye, innit? Remember the eye? I guess if David Reed was fighting today on the PBC, they could have preserved him a little longer, perhaps. You know what I mean? Okay, 2000, yeah, 19 fights, man. That's just like in 4 years, and his career was done. That's crazy, man. Crazy case. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, it was just one of them things, isn't it? It's one of them things. He's still pretty young, though. So 51. That's pretty young. Yeah, he medaled in 96. A gold medal. Yeah, gold medal. Slevin E. He wins, he would have become a superstar. They took a huge risk. He was Mayweather's teammate. Ah, yeah. And you see, that's the same Olympics where Floyd, did he get a bronze? Floyd got a bronze. Wow. That's crazy, isn't it? Nah, Trinidad didn't have plaster. Okay. Okay, celebrity. Well, no, they're not Margarita. No. Margarito had that plaster of Paris basically in his fist. Trinidad's hand wraps came into conflict when his dad wrapped his hands that way. I think in New York and it could be New York. I could have got that wrong. In certain states, It was the hand wraps. It's the way the hands were wrapped. I can see Case's got it. Trinidad, his wraps were illegal in New York, but legal in Vegas. Yeah, Margarito's hand wraps were illegal everywhere. Yes, indeed. No, we hear what you're saying, Slevin. We hear what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. Lebanese says they beat a Cuban in the Olympic final, which you would like to see. I ain't got nothing against Cubans, but when they start hyping them up, I'm like, gosh, blimey, you're going over the top, man. Way over the top. Okay. Case, he said the Trinidad beating was savage. I remember Trinidad hit Reed with a 4-punch combination. It was brutal. Wow. Yeah, Trinidad ruined a lot of people's careers, to be honest, man. His finishing was lethal, innit? when Felix had you trouble using some shit, bro. When Felix got you in trouble, bro, Felix was doing some damage. Now the Puerto Ricans, they got some fighters. They got some serious fighters. D'Lo said Darrell had to settle for bronze after outperforming Triple G, in my opinion. See, we're coming to the stage there at 96, or one of the of up until when was Andre Ward? It was about 2004 Athens, but 96, 2000, America was still concentrating on their amateurs. That they were turning out quality amateur teams. But now, why don't? Here's the criticism I have for American boxing: is how did you go from having the bet? Like I remember, it was Rolly Schwartz after 72. I think only Sugar Ray Seals he got the welterweight gold, and they wasn't happy at all. So they got Rolly Schwartz to oversee what was going on, and then 76. Like some people argue that the 84 team was better than 76. No, it wasn't, because there weren't no Cubans in 84. There weren't no Cubans. 76, like Leonard fought that Cuban guy in the final and was killing people. You know, John Tate, he lost to Teofilo Stevenson. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, man. You see that 84 Olympic team with Whitaker, Biggs, Holyfield? That really, like, that I'm telling you, man. I remember watching them. Oh, man. They got me into boxing. Not just that, but them fighters there, man. I used to love that team. That team was bad, man. Wicked team. Wicked team, man. 84. I don't know if you guys have seen the 84 Olympics. Lennox Lewis fights Tyrrell Biggs, and he loses on points. But you can see the potential in Lennox, like the heart and the determination and the skill. But Biggs was just a little too experienced for Lennox. What a fight. That was a flipping brilliant fight, man. Amateur fight. Great fight, man. Didn't Whitaker beat someone in the final named Luis Ortiz? I think he did. Celebrity Olympics 2004 had decent names who did their thing. Rigo, Povetkin, Golovkin, Ward, Khan, Gamboa. Some really good names. That's a good list of names. Good list of names. Slevin said the gifted athletes in general started to become less interested in boxing. Wow. D-Lo said it was the same Luis Ortiz, only younger and lighter. Yep, Howard Davis was 76 Olympics. That guy had some talent, man. He just couldn't punch. He just had no power. But if you're talking about boxing technique, that guy had it. He had speed and great technique, bro. I never forget that fight he had with what's his name? Puerto Rican. Edwin Rosario. That was for the world title, lightweight title. And Davis was on his way to winning that title. And that flash knockdown. Wow. That was a great boxing match. What a fight that was, man. Rosario versus Howard Davis. Wow, that 50, I think 50, was it a 15 or 12? I can't remember now. They don't make them like that no more. They don't make fights like that no more, man. Yeah, fast hands case. He drew with Meldrick Taylor, you know. He drew with Meldrick. Yeah, Breland used to knock everything out, D-Lo, as an amateur. He knocked everything out. He was just like great amateur, but his pro career, yeah, he won the welterweight title twice, so he was successful. Wow. Case K, yeah, he like Trinidad gave Joppy the hands, bro. Joppy complained about the raps, didn't he? I remember Joppy complaining about the raps. Where did he fight Joppy? It was in New York. That's right. Wow. Tone, Rosario was great to watch. First time I saw him was when he fought Macho. Yeah. Hey, listen. Even though Hector won that fight, you know, Rosario ruined Hector's. Hector was never the same after that fight. Never. Never the same. Because he was doing okay then. Rosario hurt him with them shots. Kind of left him off the hook. And a lot of people thought Rosario won the fight. Hector was never the same. Still talented fighter, but he was never the same. After he got hurt by Rosario, it done something to him. It done something to his psyche. I don't know what it was. He just was never the same fighter. D-Lo said, I think due to his power, Hearn is grossly underrated as a technician. Tommy didn't used to lose rounds, bro. I don't think people appreciate that. Yeah, I'd agree. I think the power overshadowed the fact that Tommy didn't used to lose rounds. Yeah. D-Lo, it's hard to point out anyone clearly outboxing Tommy. Near on impossible. You can catch him with a big shot like Barkley or Leonard. Yeah, you can do that. Or Hagler. But you could, like, I tell you what, man. The second Barkley fight was just I never forget watching that fight on Saturday, man. And Gary Mason was commentating. And I watched the two Hall of Famers destroy each other's career in that fight. They both ruined each other, man. They ruined each other. Neither one was ever in a good fight. That fight was hot. If you watch Tommy's nose is spread across his face. Like Barkley must have broke his nose. And like when it looked like Tommy was gonna buckle, Tommy was reeling off these combinations from the ropes, man. Like I ain't even seen box like that before. But Barkley just ate them and just kept coming, man. And he beat Barkley beat Tommy twice, man. Once at middle and once at light heavy. Both times, because I was a Hearns fan, I was like, "Oh man, this everyone's gonna beat Tommy again," and he did. Iran weren't no joke. Case says Joppy was muscular and built. I thought he was gonna have a chance against Trinidad. It was Trinidad's first fight at middle, and Tito mopped him up badly. Yeah, he did. Wow. Case. Yeah, the Pactar said that Manny would have knocked out Hearns. Listen, bruh. Listen. Tommy would have sent him into the flipping neurological head damage ward. They'd have to create a new name for the ward. You know what I mean? That's where he would have, that's where Manny would have ended up, yeah? It's like people don't understand boxing. They thought that Danny Garcia could get past Erislandy Lara's 75-inch. You explain to me how Manny Pacquiao gets past Tommy's 77-inch reach and does anything. Huh? And does anything except try and make Tommy tea and biscuits. You really believe that Manny Pacquiao will have a chance against Tommy Hearns? You're stupid. You're an idiot. Who Manny knock out at welterweight? Are you stupid? Tommy irons him out, bruh. Irons him out. Irons him out, bruh. With starching spray. It wouldn't even be. It wouldn't even be funny. It wouldn't even be funny, bro. If you put like Manny, and I like Manny, but if you put Manny in the ring with Tommy Hearns, right? He goes to the Michael Watson ward and the Gerald McClellan ward. That's where he goes. He goes to them wards there. He wouldn't even listen. You know what it is, right, Case, right? Then people think that Manny's better than Duran. Listen, you see Roberto Duran. Duran's a stingy, horrible man. He don't give no boxers praise. Ask him about Tommy Hearns. Ask Duran about Tommy Hearns. Duran lasted 2 rounds. 2. He lasted 2. And yeah, Manny ain't beating no Roberto Duran for nothing, bro. Right? Duran would maul Manny Pacquiao. He would maul him and outbox him as well. He would outbox Manny and maul him. Manny's good. Manny's good, bro. But listen, he can't get anywhere near near the 80s alumni of fight. He can't get nowhere near that, bruh. He's not on that level. You think, listen, Wilfred Benitez would tie him up in knots. In knots, bruh. He can't beat that level there. In knots. Case K, Manny couldn't beat Pat Marquez. How could he beat Hearns? Pactards are stupid. Yeah, they don't know nothing about boxing. They don't know nothing about boxing. They haven't got a clue. D'Lo said 2 rounds was about a round and a half too many. Listen, when Tommy hits Manny, right, with that right, and he's going to land it, right? He's definitely landing it, right? When he lands that right cross on Manny, done. How do you say Wilfred Benitez beat Hearns? Hearns beat Benitez in the ring slimming. You didn't know that? Hearns beat him. I think, was it a majority decision? Benitez got a dodgy knockdown against Hearns, actually. But yeah, Hearns beat Benitez. Hearns beat Benitez for the light middleweight title. These people, the case, they don't know nothing about boxing. Said Beats in America. Some idiot sports journalist said Manny was better than Duran on a show back that in the day. They don't know boxing, bro. Manny ain't better than Duran. Trust me. Let me tell you that Manny ain't better than Duran, bro. Yeah. You think Marquez could beat Duran at 135 or 147? DGO says Manny and Floyd both get beat by any of the 4 kings. You can't put Manny in the same thing. Floyd would lose too, don't get me wrong. But Manny don't have the defense. Floyd has the defense to compete. You can't. I know some of you want to put Manny in the same boat as Floyd, or maybe want to put Manny as better than. No. Floyd beat Manny at 30% with dodgy hands, and he didn't really put much effort into it. Duran would knock Manny Pacquiao out. He'd knock him out. He would knock him. Just too small. He was short arm. Manny, you know what I mean? Manny couldn't box that well. Listen, go watch the first Marquez. They had to teach Manny how to fight after the first Marquez fight. How to box, bro. You guys don't know. Look, them people, trust me, Kate, they don't know nothing about boxing. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about boxing. Nothing. Apart from that first round where Manny put Marquez on the 3 round. Well, but Pacquiao was cleaning him up on skills. I mean, Marquez was cleaning Manny up on skills, cleaning him up. He was cleaning him up. Manny was shiny as a penny after the fight finished. Man, clean him up. I remember I had a friend, and he was a bit of a Pacquiao fanboy. But the thing, he never really watched the fights. He watched it. He saw, like the good stuff from Manny. I said, you're going to sit down and watch this fight. And you sit down, right? And you watch the first Pacquiao Marquez fight. And even he had to say, yo, Marquez won the fight. And he was getting agitated watching it. Because he's saying he couldn't, but Marquez outboxed him. He outboxed him. Case K, I couldn't see Manny beating Duran, Hearns. He doesn't beat none of them. He doesn't beat Duran, Hearns, Leonard, or Benitez. He doesn't beat none of them. He beats none of them. Yeah? Doesn't beat none of them. Just like he lost to Manny, right? He loses to Duran, to Floyd. He loses to Duran, Hearns, Leonard, and Benitez. He loses to all of them. I tell you what would be competitive is him against Camacho at 135 or Whitaker. I think Whitaker would beat him. I think Whitaker would beat him as well at 135, 147. Yeah. Even Chavez. I don't see Manny beating Chavez. I don't see Manny beating Chavez. What about Manny Mildred Taylor? That'd be a great fight. That'd be a great fight. But Manny's just an average fighter in the 80s. He's just average. That's all he is. He'd be lucky to even be spoke about today if he was fighting back then. Because after he put him in there with Hearns, he'd be done. You're dealing with a time like the American fighters were awfully well schooled and just really they were difficult to beat. That's why like when you look at it, you go back to that era there, they just dominated it. They dominated on a different level. People don't understand that, man. They think Pacquiao great. Listen, Pacquiao didn't know how to box, bruh. And that's well known in the trade. That Marquez exposed a guy who didn't have a clue how to box with Freddie Roach. Pacquiao had to go learn new tricks after the Marquez fight. People telling me he's going to outbox Floyd. Outbox what? What are you talking about? Sleveny, average, harsh. I think in the 80s he stays lower weights. No, he wouldn't stay lower weight. He'd have to move up. Why would he stay lower weights? What would be the difference? No, he'd move up. He'd move up, right? And even if he stayed lower weights, he'd have to fight people like Alexis Arguello at 135 and at feather. In the 90s, he'd have to fight Nassim Hamed and Barrera, who he actually beat. He'd be average, Slevin. Yeah, at 147, he'd be average. And I'm not taking a word of it back to try and be nice and objective and not offend people. In the 80s, at welter, he'd be average. And he'd be lucky to be average. He'd be lucky to be average. Sugar Ray Leonard would play with him. He would play with him. With his 68-inch reach. And there'd be no catch weights either. You wouldn't get no catch weights, yeah? You get no catch weights. Just beatings. Just pure beatings, bro. That's all it would be. Just pure beatings. I want you Pacquiao guys to switch off on unsub. That's why because I'm telling you the truth. I want you to unsub under the truth. By hearing he'd be average. He'd be average, mate. Tone says, not so long ago, there were people who said Prime Triple G would beat Hagler. I'm not particularly a fan of the hypotheticals. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. D.O.B. Newly, big up. He says, KSK, I'm sorry they overhyped Manny in his heyday. Great fighter, but overrated. They were saying Manny was the greatest ever, saying he was better than Ray Robinson. funny, man. These people are funny. Manny versus Marquez went a lot like Campillo versus Cloud. I don't remember that one. Hey, listen, Manny done some great work, man. He beat Oscar De La Hoya. Done some great work, some great wins, but he struggled against it. I don't want to go there. I'm not going to take his Oscar De La Hoya win, but if he was going to fight the Oscar who fought Trinidad, he'd be struggling. He'd really struggle in that fight. Really struggling. Fought the Oscar who fought, what's his name again? What's his name? Vargas. Struggling, mate. Diobinuli, is Canelo facing Eubank confirmed? No, man. No. Eddy Reynoso came out and said any preliminary talks from Ben Shalom is a lie. Ben Shalom got caught with his pants down. Case K, Margarito is a C-level fighter, almost a journeyman. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good, but listen, man. Manny did his thing, man. Manny did his thing. Manny did his thing. But listen, you have to catch weight the likes of Cotto, and that was competitive until Cotto faded late on. It was a competitive fight. He'd be average. I'm sticking by that. I'm not. No, I better not say that. I'm gonna upset them, and then no, they're thinking about no. In the 80s at welter, he'd be average. Don Curry would counterpunch him to death. And then Milton McCrory, he struck like Milton McCrory had a big, dirty, long reach. I think he'd beat Milton, maybe stop him late. But he'd be behind on points. He'd be behind on points. Milton 6'75", 6" reach used to spar Tommy Hearns. Struggling, bro. Case K beats. I don't think Manny beats a Prime Mosley. That'd be a good fight. Prime Mosley and Manny would be very good. Would be very good. Yeah. 99, 2002. That'd be interesting. Tone said Oscar looked absolutely washed that night. Yeah, Manny put the beating on him, innit? You know what I mean? Oscar caught the hands. Caught the hands, man. All I remember, though, is like Oscar's head looking absolutely massive. His head looked massive and his body just looked scrawny. And he was slow. I've never seen Oscar that slow. I've never seen Oscar that slow in the ring, man. He was the definition of a washed fighter that night. Washed. I don't know what it was. Did he overtrain? What weight did he come in for, Manny? People talking like this. Like, how little do they know about boxing? They believe that like Manny Pacquiao would beat Roberto Duran in a fight. Wow. No, he don't beat Duran, bruh. He doesn't beat Roberto Duran. He doesn't beat Roberto Duran. It's a joke that they have so much limited, primitive boxing knowledge, man. Sleveny would have loved to seen Cotto Floyd straight after Floyd beat Hatton. Why? What difference would it have made? Wouldn't have made no difference. He fought Cotto and beat Cotto. Wouldn't have made no difference. Because Floyd would have been younger then as well. He fought Cotto and beat Cotto. And that was for a world title. Cotto went on to win the middleweight title after Floyd beat him. Why do people always do that with Floyd fights? Like with Canelo. If Floyd had fought him on the 6th of March when the wind was blowing more west than north. Stop it, bruh. Stop it. Stop it, bruh. Stop it. You guys like hating on Floyd and then tell people that, oh, you're a Floyd fanboy. Stop it, bruh. Stop it. Stop it. Don't want to give Floyd his props. Stop it. Oh, if the fight happened, then stop it. It wouldn't have made no difference. He'd have beat him that time or whatever time he did beat him. Stop it. Tom says Manny beats Hunnigan handily, in his opinion. What? The Floyd, the Lloyd Hunnigan that beat Donald Curry, he beats that guy there, and the one who knocked out Bumperson too? I don't know, bro. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know. I'm from about a couple of pounds on Lloyd, you know what I mean? Nah. I'm not sure about that, Tone. Not sure about that. Not sure about that. Not sure about that. Case K, I don't know how Oscar ever considered coming back after that Manny loss. He was slow. Yeah, he was, man. Didn't he bum rush Bumpers? No, he knocked him out in two. He beat him up. That's what he did. He beat Bumpers up. Smashed him up. Yeah. What, Manny beat Marlon Starling? Listen, what, like, they don't get it. People don't get it, man. See, but man like Starling has 74, 75-inch reach and them long arms, and he had that guard. People don't even know the techniques, bro. Marlon Starling had a guard, yeah, where he could, like, he'd guard his head, and his lungs and his elbows would be guarding his stomach, bro. There's Eddy Foot's trained fighters, bro. And he had off nights. He'd wrap Manny up like a spider. You will get no punches off. That man fought Michael Nunn, the middleweight champion, and took him the distance. And Nunn was a pound-for-pound, elusive 6 foot, long reach, awkward as hell, southpaw. Nah, bruh. Sorry. He struggles. He struggles. Struggles. He's a good fighter, don't get me wrong. He's a good fighter, but you're dealing with a different, listen, it's actually a different world. American boxing then is a different world to now. This ain't no Keith Thurman, bro. And Keith Thurman was good. He was good. And Manny it was narrow on the scorecards against Thurman. Thurman doesn't live in them areas I'm talking about. He doesn't live. Yeah, the Bumpers fight was Bumpers was on crack though, yeah? Bumpers was on Bumpers. I don't know what part of the hood he was, man. But Johnny Bumpers, man. Johnny Bumpers, Lou Duva, a Duva fighter. He was on drugs. He was on drugs. You know what I mean? He was on drugs, to be honest. But yo, Lloyd handled him in it. Wow. Case Kate. Canelo had like 50 fights when he fought Floyd and beat veterans like Mosley and Valdemir. No excuses. Yeah, they make excuses. Oh, Floyd got him when he was young. Ah, oh, listen, man. People. Yeah, yeah, that was Bumpus. That was Bumpus' tone. That was Bumpus. He was sitting on his stool. And Lloyd said he was sitting down too long, so he just rushed him with it. Case, starting at super long arms. Tie you up like a spider. I remember the beating he gave like Lloyd. He gave Lloyd a bad beating that time, man. I think that was in Jersey. That was in Jersey. I hated that fight, man. He beat Lloyd like he stole something that day. Lloyd's jaw just bust up, bro. And you see, Breland had a Tommy Hearns reach. He had Tommy Hearns type reach. Winky Wright versus Manny? Nah. Just handle him behind the jab, bro. Just handle Manny behind the jab. Listen, if Manny came over 147 in them eras there, it'd be an ugly sight for him. It would be an ugly sight. Yeah, Bumpers was on something, man. And then I don't know if it was the Hunnigan fight. He had issues with his hearing after, and like a lot of stuff. A lot of a lot of stuff wasn't right with him. You know what I mean? Yeah, Marlon just put the hands on him. Yeah, D-Lo. Manny and his whole team knew that Crawford was a threat to turn off Manny's early protection. Look how he ducked Terence Crawford. He ducked Terence Crawford. People telling me he'll beat Figure Ray. You ducked Terence Crawford, bro, and Bob helped him duck. Yeah? So stop. People, listen. Frustrating top topic. Ducked Terence for dear life, bro. And Freddie Roach will come out and tell you that he stopped the fight from happening. He tried to stop it from happening. Adams tried to stop it from happening. And Manny didn't want it. Duck Terence Crawford. But yeah, he's some all-time great. You beat Sugar Ray Robinson. You beat nothing, bro. You don't beat Sugar Ray Leonard. You don't beat Floyd if you fought him in flipping 1920, 2015, 26. You don't beat no Mayweather. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. Yeah? You don't beat no Sugar Ray Robinson. You don't beat Crawford. Doesn't beat them, bro. Not a thing. Listen, at lightweight, I think he could give Duran a tough fight. But he doesn't box well enough to win them fights, right? I think he could beat Ray Mancini and them type of fighters at 135. But Pernell would be too slick for him. Yeah, Bernstein had to stop that because Pacquiao could have killed Oscar that night. Could have killed him. Yeah, if he was all that, you would have fought Crawford. Then we would have seen how great you are. Then we would have seen. Yeah, Lloyd did have some bizarre haircuts, Tom, I'll be honest. You know what I mean? Bermondsey style cut there. I mean, yeah. Bob can't help himself, Slevin. Like, what did he say? That Lomachenko is better than Ali. Like, Bob, man, you talk the most drivel. Man, listen, Manny's a good fighter, man. Manny's a good. You got to put it in perspective, yeah. You know what I mean? Certain man is bad man when there's no other bad man about. Yeah. Lisa says even Ray Mancini would have given Pacquiao a tough fight beats. See, Lisa knows her boxing, bro. Lisa knows her boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ray would have given him a tough. At 135. Listen, what people don't understand the type of lightweights you're dealing with from that era there, man. Like, if Manny fought the Hector Camacho, the 130-pound Hector Camacho, hey, Manny would have to be on his game. He'd have to be on his. I tell you what, that 130-pound Camacho is one of the best fighters I've ever seen. One of the best I've ever seen in the ring. What's the two fights I used to rewind? I was like astounded by. Is it the Bazooka Limon? And it was the other one. It was Bazooka Limon and Raphael. Was it Williams? Or who was the other one? Man, I used to just like, see, people don't get it, man. Like, you had even Harry Arroyo was a really good lightweight from Youngstown, Ohio, but Mancini was the popular dude from Youngstown, and Arroyo was very tough, IBF champion. You had Arroyo, and these are the fringe guys like Arroyo. You know what I mean? You had Terrence Ali was always in good fights. Like, Manny would like fight guys like Rocky Lockridge, Mayweather's uncle, Jimmy Paul Crunk. They had the crazy eyes. Like, listen, once Jimmy put your eyes in the radar target and just put your head into row 5, bro. It's not a joke, man. Even what's his name? Haugen. Greg Haugen. Really good fighter. Really good. Rosario. Ramirez. Listen, you can't even compare the like. Listen, if Tank was fighting back then, he'd be in serious because there's no baby belts. No baby belts. What would he do? Yeah. Tank would have to fight Lockridge, bro. And we'll see how hard he's. Listen, when he catches one of Lockridge's overhand rights in his eye, let's see how tough you are. Let's see how tough you are, Tank. You get Rocky Lockridge overhand right in your head. See how tough you are. For no baby belt. Rocky Lockridge had Chavez fighting on the back foot. He was that tough, right? Chavez had to fight him on the back foot. Tell them, Lisa, them man were killers. Rocky would walk you down, bro. Listen, remember when he knocked out Floyd's uncle in 2? Took him out, bro. And he batted. Listen, Rocky Lockridge ruined Wilfredo Gomez's career. Ruined it. But they gave Gomez the decision. Beat the life out of the man. They gave Gomez the decision. This ain't no Frank Martin, bro. This ain't no what. See, people getting hyped up on Frank Martin and Rowley. Them guys wouldn't even been sparring partners, bro. They wouldn't even have got in the sparring gym. Frankie Randall. People don't, they listen, them people have never done no history on boxing. They haven't got a clue. They haven't got a clue what they're dealing with. They didn't watch it back then. They haven't done the research now. They haven't got a clue. Hyping up Tank, hyping up Pacquiao, and hyping up and even some of the Mayweather fanboys go too far with it. Go way too far. Go way too far. Way too far. You gotta be out of your mind, bro. Yeah, Lisa, tell them, Lisa. They robbed Rocky in that fight. They robbed Rocky Lockridge in that fight, bro. They had beasts back there. Listen, they had this Puerto Rican featherweight, Victor Callejas. Victor Callejas lifted a man off his foot with that uppercut, bro. He had ugly power, bro. Man lifted him off his feet. Like Jeff Fenix. Jeff Fenix walked through that guy's punches, bro. Man was tough Australian kid. Azuma Nelson. Listen, Salvador Sanchez, featherweight. Azuma Nelson. Eusebio Pedrosa. McGuigan. Even though McGuigan ducked Nelson. Listen, Pacquiao would do all right, bro. But it struggle. Struggle, bro. Regency bias, just the way it is. Everybody has their time. It's not a matter of having their time. It's not having see your argument there. It doesn't hold up. You either watch that boxing then, and then you could tell me that it was either better than this era or this era was better. Yeah? Have you got an argument either way? Or are you just going to go stick with your Regency bias? Because I can break the resumes down of who fought who. Yeah? I can break them down. And I'm telling you now, that era there had better fighters than now. It was way tougher. Way tougher. No baby belts. Yeah? If you wanted to get paid, you had to fight the best, or that was that. There was no bottom end money. Man, come on, man. Cases. Tank is fun to watch, but he hasn't done anything great. Of course he hasn't. He hasn't done anything great. There's no Regency bias, bro. There ain't no Regency bias. There is no Regency bias. Yeah? There ain't no Regency bias. Pernell Whitaker was undisputed at 135. Undisputed at 135. And he won titles all the way up to the WBA light middleweight title. That's fact. There's no Regency bias here, bro. There's no Regency bias. Yeah? I ain't got no time for Regency bias. The fighters I watched were on a different level, bro. They were on a different level. Ryan Garcia. There's no reason. If you think Ryan Garcia, right, could survive at 135 or 140 in that era there, or Rolly would be contenders. Rolly, who's the other one? Come on, look, man. No Regency bias, bro. No regency bias. There would be no Rolly. There would be no Rolly. Frank Martin wouldn't get a title shot. Yeah. Put Frank Martin in the ring with Livingston Bramble. 73-inch reach. Southpaw. Put Frank Martin in the ring with Ray Mancini. He'd get mauled. Or Alexis Arguello. All right, cool, Slevin. No problem. No problem. No problem. Appreciate that. Case says Tank is 30. His resume is trash. Yeah, can't get an opponent now. Can't get an opponent because he ducked so much. He could have fought Josh Taylor at 140. Instead, he chose to fight Barrios for the belt, the lower tier belt than what Josh Taylor had. So it's a joke. And he walks around like this big tough guy from Baltimore. It's just annoying, man. And he's got fan base to support it. It's annoying. Case and beats. It's hard having debates with these dudes because they don't know any boxing history. Like, the fighters, they had to fight harder. They just had to. They had no choice. They had no choice. Who was the other guy, man? I always forget his name, when I'm talking boxing. Is it Ricardo Lopez? Is that the guy I'm talking about? Is it Ricardo Lopez? Yep, he had a clear path to undisputed with Devin. Case brought up Pryor and Arguello. They didn't even know who they are. They had two of the classic battles at 140. The two of the classic battles. Yeah. Wow. Is it Ricardo? What was his name? What was his nickname? Ricardo Lopez. They don't even talk about fighters like that no more. They don't even get mentioned. Look at his record. 51-0 with one draw. 38 inside the distance. IBF World Light Flyweight title. He was a really good fighter. Really good fighter, man. Like him and Bam. Bam, and Roman. They'd be good fights. See them. I'm not going to shit on Bam and Roman and them guys and Estrada. They would compete in them eras there because they fight each other. They fight each other. So they'd compete against the likes of Ricardo. You know what I'm saying? They're real fighters. But I mean, like, you can't be hyping up people. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Really don't get it. Tank. Slevin said many Tank fans are not boxing fans. Once Tank retires, they leave too. That's it. Finito. That's his nickname. Finito. Yeah. That's it. That's it, Tone. El Finito. Big up Tone and who else? Who else got it? Tone got it and Case. El Finito. Yeah. One draw, and that's it, Lisa. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You know what I mean? Look how long we're waiting. Like, we haven't got Tank and Shakur in the ring. Did I hear right that Teofimo Lopez is going to sue Bob Arum because he's going to make the Devin Haney fight and he doesn't want to take it. Guys are clowns. A lot of them are clowns. A lot of them are clowns, bro. Does anyone think that Pernell Whitaker would have any fear of Gervonta Davis? Does anyone believe that there'd be even like any trepidation in Pernell Whitaker taking on Gervonta Davis? Gervonta's got power though. These people are clowns, man. Clowns. Clowns. Case says even modern day Mexican fans don't even know who Finito Lopez is. It's sad. Yeah, that's true. It's all about Canelo. Yeah, Canelo good, yeah. There's other fighters, other great Mexican fighters. You know what I mean? There's lots of great Mexican fighters. Who? There was one I really used to like watching back in. Is it Gilberto Roman? He was really good, man. But you see the thing, see Gilberto Roman, yeah. He weren't Mexican style. The man was a stylist. He was slick as anything. Really good to watch, though. Really good to watch. Super flyweight. Yeah, I used to like my man, Gilberto Roman. And he got losses. He's got losses. He lost to Santos Laciar, great Argentinian fighter. Yeah. Yeah, Laciar, yeah, wow. Legend. Case K, can't stand Tank fanboys. They just talk rubbish all the time, man. Like, what's his is it Ray on Twitter? But Ray's funny though. Ray's funny. Ray cracks me up. I think Ray does it with a bit of a smile in his face to wind people up. Ray talks the most crap about boxing. Yeah. Kay said, I can't stand Tank fanboys, and I'm American. Yep. Kay said, nope. There'd be like Pernell Whitaker wouldn't care about Tank's reputation. Wouldn't be caring about that. None of them, the old guard would be fearful of Tank. They'd respect his power. They'd respect his skill set. Don't get me wrong, but none of them would be fearful. Tank says most fanboys. Tom says most Tank fanboys I've encountered aren't into boxing. They're just on the hype. They're just on the hype thing, man. They blame all potential opponents for why the fights can't happen with Tank. No liability on Tank ever. None. It's the craziest thing ever. I see, is it Sonny Edwards and Galal Yafai, the face-off? They're too friendly, man. I know they fought already. But you see, you know what it is? They sparred hundreds of rounds. Yeah. Okay, so Betas, who was that slick Mexican boxer, fighter, who was nice. I don't think I know that name. Great footwork. But, hey, Gilberto Roman, he had really good footwork. And good range control. He was really good. See, but if you were to bring these guys into discussion, they would look at a few of the record. Oh, he's lost though. He's got losses in his records. Yeah, because he fought everyone. That's why. Like, look at Chocolatito. The man's late 30s talking about fighting Bam the next year. Who did he duck? Who did Chocolatito duck? Fought Estrada 3 times. He fought like remember. Listen, when he fought Rungvisai, man. Like, the first fight, I don't know what happened. Like, people didn't see what I was like. Do you see the way the punches are bouncing off him? They're moving him from one side of the flipping gaff to the other. And I said in that rematch, he's gonna get hurt badly. And they took that rematch too soon, and he got starched. I remember I didn't watch it. I was tired. I went to sleep. And I got up the next morning and said, I need to go check this fight. Got knocked out. Not because he's rubbish. You shouldn't have took that rematch so soon. You shouldn't have, like, Rungvisai was a lot bigger than it. A lot more powerful. It was just a different style that he was used to. He wasn't used to someone catching his punches like that and then rassing him back like that. Put him in there too early, that rematch. I thought his career was over. Got knocked out bad that fight there. But he fights anyone. Chocolatito fights anyone. Yeah, there's some names there. Orlando Canizales. He had great skills. Yes, he did, Case. And his brother Canizales had the cannons in his hand, bro. When when Gabby Canizales catch you, if he lands clean, he's gonna knock you out or put you on the floor. He ended Richie Sandoval's career. R.I.P. Richie Sandoval. He died just the other month. Gabby Canizales. Horrible power. Horrible power. Yeah, Orlando had the skills though. Gabby had the power, bro. Slevin. I wonder what Tank's impact will be on new generation boxers. It's not good. I don't think he will have that much impact, you know. I don't think he will. I think Riyadh's season is going to be encouraging the next wave of fighters. I think that's the, but it depends. They're still new. They could still mess it up, but yeah, Canizales was nice. Case Orlando was not. I tell you what though, bro. You remember when Sunderland's Billy Hardy fought Canizales and he ran him close on the scorecard, you know? And then in the second fight, bro, Canizales destroyed Billy. He destroyed Billy, and then he left the carcass for Nassim Hamed to finish off Billy Hardy. Lisa said, I remember people made fun of him when he lost to Saw Rungvisai. Yeah. The first fight was controversial. Whoa. Some people had him winning the first fight. Second fight, though, he just got. I wouldn't have put. See, the thing is, if I was managing him, though, I would have said, "Nah, I've got to spare him. I can't let you take. Nah, I can't let you take that fight straight away." Case K, Pactars, Fury, Wilder, Tank, Canelo have the worst and most ignorant fans. Yeah, they do. They do. They do. See, the thing is, yeah, I like AJ, but I've never said AJ was an all-time great. Never. Them guys that Wilder put Wilder's name up there, Ali and old Joe Louis and stuff like that. They were wilding, bro. So good though. Whoa. Yeah, I used to like Johnny Tapia. Remember that he had a fight with Barrera, but it was a good fight. But they still had a little too much respect for each other because they were friends. Yeah, Tapia versus Ayala. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Miguel Canto, WBA. What? He was a lighter guy, Tone. Yeah. Yeah, he was nice. He's nice. He was a WBA champion. Was he a bantamweight, Tone? I think he was. I can't remember that. I can't remember. Wow. Old school, man. Them guys like had stupid resumes, man. Like Henry Armstrong's resume, and like man, like what's his name? Ezra Charles. Ezra Charles. How much time did he beat? He beat Archie Moore. Did he actually lose? What was the result when he fought Charlie Burley? Did they have a couple of fights? He beat Joey Maxson for he just like Joey Maxson's a Hall of Fame fighter. Ezra Charles used to beat him for fun. He used to beat him up for fun. You know what I mean? And listen, Maxson was really good. Kay said, facts beats. I'm an AJ fan and never said AJ was an all-time great. Yeah, because he's not. He's not. He's not. We like AJ because he tries to make the good fights. Yeah? But he's not an all-time great. Lisa, Ezra Charles nearly cut Marciano's nose. Did you see the extent of that wound? That wound was horrible, bro. Let me see if I can show the gash. They've definitely got a picture of it. They've definitely got a picture of it. This they should have stopped it. If that was today, he would have lost. He would have lost that fight. He would have lost. He would have lost that fight. Marciano. I tell you what, that man was tough, bro. Yeah, there it is. Marciano nose split. Horrible injury. Let's see if I can get a bigger shot of it. Wow. Rocky was tough, man. Rocky was so tough. That's what I'm saying, man. Like he wouldn't even make cruiserweight. He wouldn't even make. I'm talking about the old weight limit of 190. I ain't talking about 200 pounds. He won't make the old limit of 190. He'd probably just scrape into that. Man was tough though. Right, let's save it. Right. Let me show you this nose. It's not a joke, man. It's not a joke. They would have definitely stopped this today. My thing's lagging at the moment, so it's taking a bit of time. I spoke to the guy in the computer shop today. He said, "Look, man, sort you up. Sort you out, I mean." So I'm going to have to go see about that at some stage and not just talk about it, get it done, so get it sorted. Right. Oh, they're talking about Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley. Who else they match Daniel with? They've got some serious potential matchups with Daniel. You know what I mean? Okay. You know something? I was listening to Oscar talk before he fought Manny Pacquiao, and he's so calm and controlled, and the accumulation, I'm guessing, of all the punches he's took and all the drugs he's put in his body has affected his mental state. You know, and like there's lots of boxers. You know what I mean? Like their mental health. You know what I mean? James Toney, you can hear that though, his speech patterns and everything. Like the comment, I don't know if he, I don't think he's. Well, I don't know if he's got substance abuse issues. I haven't got a clue. Right, what am I doing wrong here? Right, that will help. Yes, yes. Right, let me show you this nose. Yeah, Miguel Canto is a good one, Elisa. It's definitely a good recommendation. I would make. I'm actually gonna do some. I'm gonna do some research on him actually. Yeah, man. Let me open this up. See this injury, people. It's not a joke. This is what them old school guys. See, but back then they tell you that Rock. I'm not sure if Rocky's that good, man. Rocky tough as anything, bro. You see that injury? Case says Tank has yet to beat anyone Corrales or Gennaro Hernandez level. No, he hasn't did that. He hasn't did that, man. Like he had to weight grade Ryan. Come on, man. Like you gotta be joking. Lisa Bell says Bruce Joseph Parker isn't in the IBF rankings. That's why if it's not happened. But if he gives up that interim belt, who does he have an interim belt with? Is it the WBO? If he gives that up, they'll give him a shot, man. Bruce Gass says Rocky had crazy strength. Yeah, he did. His endurance was sick. See, Rocky was smart though. Rocky knew with his style of fighting, yeah, that eventually somebody was going to catch him out. But he already built up enough money and a good enough resume. 2 wins against Walcott, 2 wins against Charles, 1 win against Joe Louis, 49-0. Yeah, you can get out. Time to get out. Yeah, it's a sick. Yeah, the injury's sick, man. It's sick. Yeah, I hear him like tanking, like claiming that he's better than Floyd. Them people. I mean, listen, not being funny. Even like the extreme tank fanboys, just talk too much crap. Talk way too much crap. Talk way too much crap. Case K, I think the drugs and punches Oscar took his mentality affecting Oscar today. Yeah, like when he was speaking, he was so measured, and I think a lot of that was the corporate image he had at the time. But at the same time, he's he's actually two different people. Listening to talk now, and some of the stuff he, I don't know. Bruce Gass says tank fanboys are like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they really want. Yeah, he already, because the legends were done. Like, if you beat Joe Louis, Jersey Joe twice, Walcott twice, Archie Moore, you know what I mean? Like, you could fight Floyd Patterson, but he wasn't motivated for that. He wasn't motivated. Gave up the belt. Yeah, I heard what Oscar said about the UK fans. He said Eubank versus Canelo will sell out Wembley because the British fans don't know ish about boxing. Well, I did say that fight don't sell out Wembley. So, and like, no one in Britain was like anticipating that fight. Oscar's an idiot, man. Oscar's an idiot. Yeah. Rocky took serious punishment in that ring, bro. But his trainer got Charlie Goldsmith was a great amateur boxer. And although that injury looks bad, Rocky didn't take nowhere near the amount of punches that the history books might tell you he did. You know what I mean? Funny enough, innit? We're talking about Billy Dibb, and he put this picture up 8 minutes. It's weird, isn't it? Let me show you. Big up Billy, man. Big up Billy. Everyone was rooting for Billy on Twitter. Everybody. A young man, a family. You just don't. And he's a nice kid as well. You just don't. You don't want to see people like that go through too much. You shouldn't want anyone to go through that. But we're biased, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? What I was supposed to root for the guy who, like, I'm not gonna say any specific bad behavior, but really bad behavior. I'm gonna root for him over Billy. No, no way, no. Let me show you the picture in a minute. Billy. Yeah, Billy looking jazzy now. You know what I mean? You looking all jazzy, Billy. Hair grow back and shit. Billy looking all jazzy now. Sound good, Billy. We see you, Billy. Some people make it hard for you to root against them because they're such nice people, in it. They're nice people. You know what I mean? You just don't want to root against them. I'm sure you guys don't want to see my internet password. All right. Now, what am I doing? Where did Billy's photo go? I just saved it. My man Billy. See it there? My man Bill. Wow. But you can see, even when he had it, he still got a smile there. He was determined to get through it because of his kids and wife and it. He was determined to get through it, man. You know what I mean? Cancer is a test, bro. Cancer is a serious test, isn't it? It's a serious test. There we go. Well, your man Billy. He put that up 8 minutes ago. Tom says clapback Thursday, more like come down Monday, more like, yeah, he's on a downer. He's on the downers, bro. You know what I mean? He's on the living downers. Case said Oscar is a dummy. Lisa said Botox Oscar. Oh man. Great fighter though. He was a great fighter. He was a genuinely great fighter. Definitely. Yeah, Charlie Goldman. Charlie Goldman. Wow. Yeah, man. Good to see Billy. Good to see Billy, man. You know what I'm saying? Spend some good days with your kids, man, and your family, your wife. Fishnet Friday, you know. Oscar the fishnet. I tell you what, man. When I saw Oscar, the ring legend Oscar De La Hoya, I said, nah, that's doctored. And then he come out and said it wasn't doctored. I said, oh, well, you couldn't even lie, Oscar. You couldn't even lie and say it was doctored. Flipping hell. Madness. Yeah, Billy won his toughest battle indeed, Tom. Indeed. Big up Case, yeah. Biggest battle. Biggest battle. He's been through the... I tell you what, man. Man. When my old lady went through that radiotherapy, man. Like, oh, man. That was horrible, man. It was really horrible. Fucking horrible, man. And you know what it was? It was a combination of radiotherapy and the hot weather. And she just like, man, crazy. Case K, Oscar was a great fighter in his heyday, no doubt. Yeah, he was. He was a great fighter. Like his performance against Vargas, man. Remember when he knocked down Vargas and done the shuffle? That was gangster. That was some OG Oscar De La Hoya. He knocked him down and done the shuffle. Yeah, you root for Oscar because he was entertaining. Oscar was entertaining. He was a really good fighter. You know what I mean? But this promotion thing, just nah. And the coke, I don't know. I think boxers should just stick to the WEED. Leave the rest of it. The COKE. No. You don't need to go there. You don't need to take that. It warped his brain, man. It warped his brain. That's what it did. Yeah, 50-year-old troll talking about clapback. I don't watch him, man, because it's just depressing. It's not funny. But we're going to see a lot of boxers like that. Like just go through the transitions. You know what I mean? You'll see it like next 10 years. Yeah. I don't even want to say who because you know what I mean. That ain't my call. It's not my call. Tolson, Oscar had a few dodgy decisions go his way. He had a few against him though, like the Trinidad one. I thought Oscar still won, but he was stupid though. He tried to shut the fight off from near the midway point. Are you crazy, bro? You can't just do that. Yeah, he definitely had a few dicey ones. Hit the like, people. Hit the like. Hit the like. Yeah, this is embarrassing, man. Well, I want to hear what Ben Shalom's got to say. I really want to hear what he's got to say. Made yourself look stupid. Let me like the photo and repost it, Bill. Yeah. 2 years ago this month, my life was turned upside down when I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's Burkitt lymphoma. The instant everything shifted, the ring where I once fought became a hospital room, and my opponent was cancer. Wow. I tell you, man, I had a cancer scare a few years back. They found a growth in my throat. But luckily, it was just it was just there. It wasn't dangerous or nothing. You know what I mean? And like they just repaired it, and when I got the letter back that I was cancer free, I'll never forget that day. I will never forget that day. You know what I mean? I was just overwhelmed with happiness, and like the letter came through the door, and I remember opening the letter, and I just grabbed my keys. I put my trainers on. I just went for this long walk, bro. I just went. It was like I never forget that Saturday morning. It was just like madness. Cancer is just like flipping. It's just like it's hard to it's so destructive. It is so destructive. And it's not so much the cancer, it's the treatment to try and fix it. The treatment to fix it is just. I actually think, let's say my mom, like when they removed it, I think my mom would have lasted longer if they because they kept making my mom come back in. We need to do this, we need to do that, and my mom just didn't want to. She just didn't want to do it. It's crazy. Told us some people turn into idiots for social media clout, Oscar being one of them. I don't know what Oscar is doing, man. And Ryan talking about fighting Bill Haney. But he's not serious. He's just Ryan is corny. Ryan's just a corny kid, man. That's why a lot of people got beat. You can't just say thing. We've got to take Ryan as a serious racist. You know what Mike Tyson said today? He was speaking to Ebro and Paul Rosenberg from the radio, the hip hop radio, and he said, "I've called white people all types of names and stuff." He said that, and he said, "But me of all people ain't got no racism in it." That's what he said, and he said it's easy to call people a racist, but when you get mad with someone and the anger takes over, yes, I mean, you're black this, you're white this, you're white that, and I can't remember. He broke it down though. He broke it down seriously. He broke it down seriously. I don't see Ryan as a serious racist. I don't see. I just think he's an idiot. Ryan's an idiot, and he's got a lot of karma coming back to it. But do I believe that Ryan is like them guys in the UK on rally with Union Jack bandanas on their faces, you know, picking on, you know, anyone with a different look from themselves? No, I don't believe I don't believe he's that. I think he's an idiot. I don't take him serious. I don't take his racism serious, and he's got a lot of stuff to come back at him. He's got a whole load of stuff. I hear what you're saying, Lisa. I remember the George Floyd comments, but he's stupid. He's a stupid. He's stupid. He's stupid. The man nearly got himself into that lawsuit situation with, what's his name, the influencer. Both influencers, Logan and KSI, about their drink. And then he had to apologize because they were going to take him to court. See, only people who do that are idiots. Idiots go on the internet and think that, oh, well, if I say stuff on the internet that I wouldn't say on the road, there's no consequences. Consequences, right? Big consequences. He's just stupid. He just ain't got a brain on his head, bro. But look at his mum and dad. They're stupid. They're idiots. I don't get mad at people who are like half retard. What else is he gonna say? Exactly, Tony. He's a dunce. He's a dunce, bro. He's stupid. Then he ratted out the supplement supplier, and then took his man's scooter down. Then he confessed to Bill that he knew he was taking something bad with Scooter. He snitched on him. He's stupid, bro. He's stupid, right? What the boy's stupid, our ass clock. No more than that. He's stupid. Yeah. And people get mad. Oh, Beach, you're gonna listen. I know when I see someone who's really stupid, and he's really stupid. He thinks he's really deep. Talking about, yeah, they're burying the children over there and this and that. This and you read this Bible passage and it told me this, and I was ordained. And, right, shut up. Shut up, Ryan. Shut up. Okay, so yeah, Beats, I think Ryan is just an idiot more than if just stupid. Just really stupid. Really stupid. Tom said he's proper dunce. Trolls love him. Mama is dunce, Papa is dunce. Yeah, just runs in the family. Runs in the family. Yeah. I can't, and you know what? Tio, they're both really stupid. Tio and Ryan are stupid. They're just like, if you hear them talk, they sound like children. Literally sound like young children. Yeah. Monkey, monkey, no monkey. He sounds like an immature, I don't even know what age to say. He sounds like an immature kid. Lisa said I could see his thoughts racing every time he speaks. Just not intelligent at all. Plus, Ryan downfall is going to be fun to watch. His karma is coming soon, said Case. Yeah. Even Paulie was saying that, yeah, he's not so fast and he's not so strong when he's not on the stuff. You could see, like, in hindsight, you could see he was roid raging. He was on roid rage. Yeah. Karma's coming, though. Karma is coming. You know? I can't, like, be, you know, rallying the race card on him, like, because just really stupid. Like when Devin said no white boy can be, Devin, he sounds stupid. And then I see Shakur the other day with the gun, and he said he couldn't even hold the gun properly. I'm like, what? So if I take him, Ryan, as a real racist, should I take Shakur as some gangster because he's got a gun in his? No, you look like a pussy, Shakur. You look like a goofy pussy with a gun in your hand. You know what I mean? Them guys should look at Terence Crawford for guidance. You see, I like Terence. Is funny as well. Terence is hilarious. I see Terence just now. He was like, I don't know where this dance was. He was dancing with one woman, Latin-looking woman. Then he done with that, and then he started dancing with Michaela Miles, sort of ballroom dancing, and he just flinging Michaela everywhere and everything. And he's just funny, and he's just cool, and he's just himself, but he's funny. Where you learn to play darts in Nebraska? Terrence got his own darts, beat Eddie Hearn. How you beat the Matchroom chairman at darts? You do realize Eddie Hearn and his dad practically own the franchise of the sport named darts. Terrence plays darts. I didn't even know they played darts in America, and he beat Eddie. Yeah. I prefer Terrence. I prefer Terrence, man. People say, Terrence is boring. I don't think Terrence is boring at all. I think Terrence is funny. Terrence is cool. Terrence is the coolest boxer in America. I don't think Terrence is boring at all. Yeah. Case K. Ryan says Bible scriptures, then says the N word after. That's how, yeah, American Hicks talk. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Case K. See, at least Joshua is intelligent. Yeah. He's thoughtful in what he says. You know what I mean? Lisa says, "Oh, darts was popular here in the bars." Okay, I didn't know that, Lisa. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But like, so somebody was telling me that like football, as we call it, is really big in America now. Apparently, they've invested a lot of money in it. Yeah, you see a lot of like even black parents. Yeah, I've got to take my son to soccer. What, soccer? Yeah, I mean, it's an addictive game. Football. Once you get a certain number of people like it, it's very addictive. Football is very addictive, very addictive. You know what I mean? Very addictive. It's the type of game you can just like, you know. I remember I used to do a little coaching at the youth club, man. And that, like, I was like, flip it. I mean, you get very enthusiastic into it. You get very enthusiastic. You do. You do get very enthusiastic. Football is addictive. And when I tell you what, playing it is even better. Told Case, he's one of those people who tries to use his religious beliefs to justify his verbal diarrhea. He's a deuce, a dunce. Yes, he exactly. Yeah. I don't know why people. I hate people who do that. Tone. Use their religious beliefs to win the argument. You know what I mean? And then you got the other people in religion who believe that they can do horrible stuff, and even innocent people could be a victim of the horrible stuff they're doing. And all they got to do is pray to God, and it's all washed away. And I'm like, nah, I don't think it works like that. What do you mean? Nah, I don't think it works like how you're saying. I don't think it works like that. I mean, if God was that simplistic, the world would be as great as it is. You know what I mean? If God was that simplistic to watch you like deliberately ruin your life first and then ruin other people's lives and then, do a lot of horrible things, and then all you got to do is pray each time you do all this foul stuff. How does that work? No, you're supposed to use the prayer and the salvation that you don't keep repeating them mistakes. That's what you're supposed to do. You can't use it as a crutch to get you off all the crap you do. Like, I was watching Twitter, man. It's not related to boxing. There was one man, and I see the feed come up before on a different post, and there were some people who sort of thought, he's a lad's lad, but nah. What he done was scumbag. That's proper. You're in the family home, yeah, and he must have thought his woman was his wife was working, and he's got kids as well. So she comes back and catches him sleeping with a woman in his son's bedroom. And there were some people, I mean, like, thinking it funny or a bit laddish. Nah, he is total scum. That he would do that to his wife who is raising his children in the house he lives in his son's room. Total scum. See, if a man like that could do stuff like that and then pray to God, like, to clean it up, nah. Case of beats. Look at our presidential candidates. Do wonder why Americans are such idiots. You know what? You know what? You know what it is, Case? Yeah, it's the race politics, and it's not even between a white man or a black man, or like Bush versus Kamala, and one's white and they say there's enough people taking the white side, enough people taking the black side. It's not even like that. It's the race this disparity between certain demographics, I think of blacks, and another demographic saying she's not black, she can't do anything for the black. I'm like, whoa, this is flipping crazy. And like, I don't know how a lot of people view it. It's crazy, man. They're saying that at one stage she didn't used to claim to be black. She used to go with the Indian side or whatever. and now she's trying to win. You know what I mean, the black vote. So she's, you know, I mean, she's doing the whole black thing, and like it's just like England. How can I? What's different about England in terms of race like that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think if Kamala was British, I don't think she would get the same backlash that she seems to be getting in America. I don't think she would. I just don't think she would. I think people would just accept, okay, she's either a black or a woman of color. We move on. What's your policies? And I've found that to be crazy looking at the presidential contest. I've just found that so like maddening. And see, like the brother tried to, you know, like Israel versus wherever the other place. I didn't get involved. I don't get involved in all that. I don't get involved. I don't get involved. If I'm at work, don't talk to me about Israel and Palestine, Turkey, or should I say Russia and the Ukraine. No, I don't get involved. I don't get involved. You're just asking for trouble. You're just asking for trouble. Okay, says Americans, it says, are obsessed with race. Yeah. Race is something that can escalate pretty quick over there. And even over here, it's not. It's not a comfortable situation over here, but it's nowhere near as bad as in America. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. If Kamala was in the UK, I think a lot of black people would actually adopt her and say, not when I say adopt, but just say, okay, if you're going in there as a black candidate, just do what you're doing. Yeah, you got to live there, Case. You got to live there to understand. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not even saying that I would. I don't even know what position I would take, to be honest. But I wouldn't be like I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like Case of beats. It's also this obsession with making other races look bad. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, Lisa. Case is he's across the pond. He is across the pond. He is across the pond. Yeah, but I'm still looking forward to the running to see who eventually gets over the line. I think a lot of the world will be watching it because America is probably the most polarizing country in the planet. You know what I mean? We got to keep it real. It's everybody's looking at the situation in America as they usually do. Like you can go to Tipper Gore when there was arguments about if they counted up the votes properly. I think that was just after 9/11. Toe said, I don't like talking politics, but Trump is a baby. I have no issue with black and Latino Republicans. It's their choice, I suppose. But then voting for Trump is like chickens voting for Colonel Sanders. Whoa. Chainsaws. Like trees, like trees voting for chasers. But yeah, but Mike Tyson Lord Jamar is endorsing Trump. I think Lord Jamar is endorsing Trump. And you know what? They split it up again, saying it's BLACK men against Kamala, not BLCK women. That's what they're saying. Like turkeys voting for Bernard Matthews. Man, I tell you what, man, like politics is crazy, man. Tom says Jamar is a plonker. He's really annoying. You know what really done me in about Lord Jamar is with the Latin community over there when he started saying that they're guessing hip hop or they didn't contribute. Man, that's just like, I'm just thinking now. I mean, I've bought this guy's music, and he's just coming out talking the most crap. But yeah, that's just how it is over there, man. Lisa says beats, those are the FBAs. Yeah. Tariq and Deuce. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing how that gets on. You know what I mean? Are America gonna have their first woman president, and not only that, woman of color president? Man. And like, see, that's the thing. Like, they shot. How much time do they shot at Trump now? Is it 2 shootings? They call him 50 Trump, you know. They come like 50 Cent. He come like 50 Cent, man. Wow, it's not funny, man. To be honest, it's not funny. It's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. Yeah, Tariq Nasheed, Lisa. Yeah. Wow. Let's hope. Let's hope there's a bit of civility to the election. You know what I mean? We just had our budget over here, and I ain't buying property or nothing, but they pushed up the what's the tax for the houses? Well, they bumped it up. Well, it's expensive as it is, man. Just to survive in London is very expensive. I think to myself, why do people live how they live? I mean, if we're talking about the UK, the recession has been spoke about probably since 2022. Well, time to go bed soon, man. Take my old ass to get some sleep soon. Kay said it's black men versus Kamala. Is that what it is, yeah? Tone says Jamar hates Vlad. Vlad gave him the platform and Jamar supplied the content. If Vlad is a Fed culture vulture, what does that make Jamar? Well, the question remains. You know, that's a good point. And if he's endorsing Trump, why? If you're this anti whatnot, why are you pushing Trump so hard? Yeah, stamp duty. Yeah, that's the one, Tone. That's the one. That's the one. Stamp duty. Crazy. You can't do shit in this country, man, right now. They just, I mean, I think are they trying to get the run of the mill people, regardless of their color, out of the central region of the capital and maybe try and push them onto the peripheries? You know what I mean? Case said he doesn't vote. I always vote though. I always think that if I don't vote, um, that I'm copying out, isn't it? So I always put vote in. Tom says at Case, some of them think he was sent by God. Bizarre. Yeah, like Trump this, Trump that. You're thinking, wow. But you know, there was one woman, I think she was mixed race. She was saying, got to get these mad black men to stop voting for Trump. And she was having a go. She was really digging in. She was digging in. I'm saying, damn, what you think that's gonna endear you to black men not to vote for Trump? No, it's gonna make them like rally behind him even harder. You live in a democracy. You can't be doing that. They're gonna vote where they want to vote. Crazy. But they gave their reasons. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't live there, so I can't really get into the. I mean, oh, case that after his leg heals, I need to get back in a boxing gym and start training again, just in case these trumpeters run up. Yeah, of course, 100%. Yeah, I think everyone should get like. I mean, just in case these EDLers over here think that she is sweet. Yeah, throw that Martezelian left hook on them, bro. Practice my Martezelian, bro. You know what I'm saying? Big up, man. Yeah, man. I didn't expect Trump to be back in this race, though, but flipping out. Yeah. Lisa says, manosphere, woman's fear. That's where we're at, unfortunately. Thompson, in this great age of information, never have we seen so dumb. You know what's crazy, man? Like people like complain about inflation and the prices going up and stuff. And if you look at the way people live, like there's nothing wrong with having a takeaway. But you know, if you're a kid and you come from school and your house is, let's say, a quarter of an hour journey from, I mean, bus or whatever, or walk or whatever it is, and you know your mum cooks the family meal. But yet, I mean, you're coming from their school and you go to them chicken shops. They're full with kids all the time, man. Even that, like, what's the obsession with fried chicken and chips with fried food? It's madness, and it's expensive as well, man. I mean, like, why are people not eating meals at home? Well, family not eating meals at home, and I watch it as well, man. Like, I'm sure that the kids, I mean, like, they're not washing their hands for a start when they're eating the chicken, and they're just and the food is savage. It's savage food. It's all right having it once in a while, but it's savage food, man. It's savage. Eat with your hands. You know what I mean? Like, probably ain't got no one at home cooking a balanced pata soup. You know what I mean? Some veg and some good food, and probably ain't got no, like, table manners. Don't say grace or anything before they eat, and they're just savaged out. Mum's cooking chicken nuggets for dinner and stuff, which is cool, but flipping out. You got to put nutritious food inside your kids and inside yourself, man. You know what I mean? Or you'll lose the soul out of your children and out of your home. That's what happened, man. Got to cook. I mean, not every day. You can't have a family sitting around a meal every day, because it is what it is. But at least a couple of weeks, it was a cooked dinner for the family. You sit around the table politely, you pass the salad, you pass the food, the gravy around and the food, and you eat. Just madness. Case says, I think a lot of black men hate is the reason why some are supporting Trump. Yeah. Wow. Case, and I think a lot of black men hate is the reason why some are supporting Trump. Tom said Trump won't love them back. Laughing my ass off. Not unless they have a check for him. Wow. I've never seen 50 Cent, like, I've watched a bit of the election. Does 50 Cent still got that power? I've never watched it. What is that about? Is it power? What's that like? Anthony Mackie says, it's savage food. Perfectly described. It is, man. Even the way you eat it. I mean, like, they're going this, like, I mean, it's not like they eating the chips, you like, by a fork. You can get the not fork. They give you a free wooden fork. Nah, man, just clump it down and just some sugary pop with it. And you see what it is, yeah? They've made the chicken cheap and accessible. You know what I mean? They could probably get wings and chips for about £2 plus. But you see, when I was going to school, right? Like, they changed the system into the cafeteria culture of burgers, pizza, hamburgers, chips, and all that stuff there. But if you wanted to go chip shop, you could, like, if you're a kid, you could afford to buy chips, yeah? Because it was right, it was cheap, man, 40, 50p. Hey, you know something? A portion of chips from a reputable chip shop will cook just the chips alone. That's the potatoes. It's costing you at least £3.50 alone, unless you're up north or one of them areas. Hey, it's about £3.50. But yo, when you was a kid, all jokes aside, if you want, you couldn't afford to buy chicken and chips from the chip shop, and there wasn't listen. And if you wanted chicken and chips outside of a chip shop, you had to go Kentucky. I'm talking about a time when there wasn't all these fake Kentucky shops. Because you see all the fake Kentucky shops they have now. No. Because you had to either go Kentucky to get chicken and chips, or you'd have to buy a quarter of chicken from the fish and chip shop, and no, you can afford that. You know what I mean? What use can afford that? Madness. Big up Outlaw Boxing Club. Big yourself up. Tone said, power is cack in my opinion, just second rate gangster cliche nonsense. Yeah. Alright. I'm not gonna watch it then. Anthony Mackin said, this side of the world, most of us are gormless. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, like the amount of takeaway that's being consumed. Imagine that. I would love to do a study, if they could, of how much takeaway is being consumed in the United Kingdom in 2024 in comparison to, let's say, 1975 or something. Madness. And it's almost like the kids feel like they're really doing something great when they've got the chicken in their hand and the chips. Like, yeah, look at me on chicken and chips. It makes them so happy. I don't know, weird. Told said people cheering for Big Meech's release like he's Nelson Mandela. He's Nelson Mandela. Like, it literally was like Nelson Mandela land when he came out. And you're like, I don't know. Yeah. And there was another one that was celebrating. Who was it? They were celebrating someone else the other day. Wow. Just someone just doing stupidness. With a little... No, I don't want to say anything. What happened to Little Dirk? Little Dirk. What's the story with Little Dirk? Mandela. Mandela Land. Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Remember that song? That was the #1 song, you know. Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Wow. Wow, man. Hip hop music. Celebrating traffic and stuff. I don't know, man. See, the thing is, man, like, if you're actually living that life and then you rap about it as well, if you don't implicate yourself, you could be potentially implicating others. I think these rappers like just do a lot of snitching in their music, man. A lot of subliminal snitching. Keep themselves out of jail. Lisa said, Tone, he did his time. He wasn't violent, just loved to party. He wanted everyone to eat. All right. I'll take your word for it, Lisa. Take your word. Yeah, I know you know what you're talking about when you get on your topic. So Guzzy said, agree, 100%. Takeaway meat is horrible, cheap, frozen stuff. That's why they can sell it so cheap, man. Wings and stuff, you know. Yeah, I mean, Like, see, they didn't have all the knockoff chicken shops where we was. But hey, if they were there, we would have used them, right? We would have used them, just like these kids are doing. We would have used them. I'm not trying to say, oh, we wouldn't have done. No, we would have yammed fried chicken and wings and chips after school, and then go home to get dinner. But I'm not even sure if a lot of these kids are getting dinner. They're eating the chicken and chips, and that's probably their lot for the evening. You know, there ain't a nutritious meal on the table. It's savage. It is savage. That's what it is, Anthony. It's savage, bro. Yeah, big lump of chicken and wings. You know, just stuck with your hands. And when you see you mean like, I don't know, your kid's struggling in the world. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to cook a meal, a proper meal that, you know what I mean? And you see the thing, if you can cook, but I'm not just talking about for women, like men can do it too. You can cook a certain amount and then you'll be able to feed your family for a couple of days. You're supposed to be able to cook nutritiously for your family and economically that it benefits them too. You know what I mean? They're talking about the food banks. And listen, the food banks ain't a bad idea. They're not a bad idea, you know what I mean? But you go to the food bank, you still got to know how to cook your food properly. You know what I mean? And make a good meal with your ingredients. A lot of people complain about the food banks. Yeah, in some countries, you know what I mean, they don't even have that, bro. Nothing wrong with the food banks. If there wasn't a need for them, they wouldn't be there. As simple as that. Cases. Dirk is linked to a murder for hire case. So he's done, especially with it being a Fed case. Case of Dirk is done. Wow. That's just, man. And the thing, what's happening in American hip hop is just I don't know. There's always been murders. Now I can't take the moral high ground. Say, oh, back in the day, because you go back to Tupac, Biggie, Big L, Scott LaRock, Freaky Ty, all gunned down. All of them gunned down. Wow. Linked to a murder. Anthony Mackin said, most of these single mums are not cooking beats. My last two girlfriends hated cooking. They probably couldn't actually cook. That's the thing. Probably couldn't cook, man. Yeah. Anthony said when they did, the food was not fit for consumption. Oh, man. But they didn't even burn up the boiling water. You can't even boil water without burning it. Oh, man. And these are missing skills, isn't it? It's just missing skills. Missing skills. It's just a waste of money, waste of resources. You know, like I heard these kids talking about like, I need a new phone. I was thinking, so what's wrong with the one you're using now? You've got your phone in your hand. What do you need a new phone for? You're lucky you got a phone. You know what I mean? We didn't have no phone. You know what I mean? I don't use my phone. I use my phone for what it's there. It's to answer calls, and that's that. Yeah. And when I'm driving, if you ring the phone, I'm not answering you because I haven't got the hands free on. And even the hands free, I don't. Listen. I will stop the car somewhere and I'll phone you. But I'm not driving and trying to talk because my life is precious, bro. You know what I mean? Like, people don't understand. Like, they think, yeah, I'm used to doing it. Yeah, you're used to doing it. But you're supposed to have all your senses focused on the road and what you're doing, bro. You're in something that can just, and it's just not just you. You could take someone's life. You could take someone's life. A lot of my jobs I drive for a living. And I've seen people driving, and I say, oh, that's why you're driving so bad. You've got the phone in your flipping hand. Or you've got the hands free on. You know what I mean? You're swerving all around the road. Yeah. That's why you can't drive the car properly. Because you've got the phone in your hand. Or even the hands free. People take life as a joke, man. I'll stop the car and phone you back. Yeah? Hopefully, it's not a call that is life or death. No, most of the times it's not. Case says feds. This looks bad. Has 99% conviction rate, and you do all your time. Oh God. Yeah, he's good. He'll rat, Kay. He'll rat out. He'll rat. He'll definitely rat. Yeah. You want to live out your lyrics? Yeah. Tone, I met this woman years back. She cooked spaghetti bolognese, dry mincemeat with ketchup. Still makes me laugh thinking about it. Wow. And it's good. And spaghetti bolognese it's a basic one, isn't it, Tone, as well? It's quite because you can even buy the sauce. You can even just buy the sauce, man. It's not something you can mess up. But even then, like, making a good sauce is easy, man. Like, you get some spices, you know what I mean? Like some onions, some garlic. If you don't like onions, just get the garlic. You get some parsley, get some thyme or whatever. Because I think a good spaghetti sauce, Tone, you do need good season, say like spices. Would you agree? You need good spices. So like a good pasta sauce. I think some parsley would be good. Or you can, you can get from Lidl is Italian herb. The Italian herb is really good. You know what I mean? Or making sauces. And it's easy to do. It's easy to do. You know what I mean? You get some puree. Just puree. Just some all-purpose. You know what I mean? Maybe just a bit of what do you call it? Cayenne. Just give it a bit of a kick. And you're in there, man. It's just sauces. The sauces are easy. And if not, just buy it. All you got to do is cook the pasta and the mincemeat. Yeah, spaghetti is very basic, Tony. It's very, very basic. Very basic. It's not a hard one. You know what I mean? If you got a woman, or you're like, not picking on the lady since she can't cook you a spaghetti bolognese. I believe, see, I'm probably wrong, but I believe if you pick up with a woman who can't cook you, because I'll cook too, so it's not like being a chauvinist. I'll cook too, but If I've got a woman who can't cook me a decent meal, I'm not hooking her up. I'm not hooking up. No, I'm not hooking up with her. No way. If a woman is that like detached from, you know, like household duties, can't cook basic bolognese or a rice and peas or the food I like or what she likes for that matter, we basically living on Uber, no, can't work. Can't work at all. Like, I've had a girl who's like, you know, staying with me, and I'm out there working, come back and no food. I've got no cook nothing at all. And eventually you've got to say something, and it doesn't normally end well, does it? Thomas says long sentences are the deterrent. Judges claim them to be. Long sentences just creates more informants. You know what happens, yeah? People get comfortable in prison. That's one thing I learned a long time ago. And I see it firsthand growing up in North London, the part of it. They get comfortable. They actually get comfortable. Because, like, if people are coming out of prison, yeah, and let's say you're chilling with them, sitting there, and you're talking, and they've got these stories and laughing about prison, then the deterrent isn't working. Because it come like sometimes it's a place where they're all meeting up. You know what I mean? Like with people they either knew or new friends, new acquaintances, and they're all not having a laugh in there, but yeah, you hear the dudes who come out of jail making jokes and laughing, yeah. Case, everyone talks that no snitch stuff. It's easy to say that until feds put 60 years in your face. Listen, let me just say this, yeah? When you put 60 years in front of my face, yeah? You put 6, because I don't have 60 left on the planet. It's unlikely I've got 60 left on the planet. Yeah? If you put 60 in front of my face, yeah? Unless I know you, and when I say know you, you got to be a proper brethren. Unless you're a proper brethren, hey, listen. I'm telling you what I'm going to do, bro. You can't put those 6-0. 6-0. 6-0. EMBI says prison becomes a badge of honor. It literally does. Yeah. Kay said that he remembers going for a street guy phase when he was young. Glad I grew out of it. Prison is not cool. Yeah, I think all young men go for a little rude boy fears and everything there. But, you know, like, most of us sense the red flags. And no, we need to get out of it. We need to get out of it. You know what I mean? I remember when I was a kid, let's say 17, 18, and I realized the environment that I came up out of, that as tempted as it was to like stay on the street and hang with your buddies and dudes, no, need to move out of it. Need to move out. Need to get away from it. You know what I mean? And then you got to look at the people in your environment who think like youngsters telling other youngsters that, oh well, if you take that job there, you're a waste man, you're a slave, and you know what I mean? Nah, that's it's very dangerous. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Anthony Mackin, when a man is in prison and getting more free head from women in there than some men in the community, then, hey, listen. Actually, that shit's great. Listen, I was told that there's a few of them Eastern EUROPEANs who were deliberately going in there for said purposes. Yeah. Yeah. That's scary. That is scary. Wow. Yeah, it becomes like a community club in a case. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a like it's a vacation. You know what I mean? Just taking it, like, you know, we were seeing that when I was in there, and yeah, remember that happened, and there's that, and like, okay, it come like you come off holiday or something. Yeah, it's not the best, man. It's not the best. It's not somewhere you wouldn't want to see your son going there, surely. Anthony says he's been told it's more common in male prisons than you might think. And even more so in women jails. Oh, man. I don't know. Man. Try and stay out of that. Try and keep your kids out of there. Keep them their hands off the chicken, man. You know what I mean? The chicken and fried food, man. It's serious, though. Tom said for some it's their only real achievement in life, Beats. Unfortunately, yeah. And literally where I grew up, it was some of their only achievement in life. Because like when they come out, it's kind of like, oh yeah, you just learning, you know what I mean? And it's almost like they went to the moon or something. Like that's like really good, you know what I mean? Yeah. Dirty habits and Beats is late. I'll see you live. And I always miss them, but I listen at work. Have to say this. I don't think AJ should fight Triple D again. He should smoke Wilder than Fury. He definitely wins those fights. Malik Scott was arguing that Deontay Wilder has a better chin than Joshua. I can see how Malik is reasoning in that, but the only real puncher Wilder faced was Ortiz, not Ortiz, was Zhang, and he got knocked out. Wilder's AJ's face punches, like Dillian is a puncher, and Wilder won't fight Dillian, right? Klitschko was a puncher. Povetkin was a puncher. So I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. I think AJ takes the better punch. I think Wilder has the harder punch, and I think they're maybe the biggest counter weapons they have against each other. AJ the better boxer. I think Wilder is probably not as stiff as AJ. I think AJ could beat. I don't want to say it like that, like because I know a lot of people. I think AJ could beat Triple D in a rematch. I do think he could beat him, but maybe not in such a short turnaround. Yeah. Case K, crazy thing, the dudes you beef with on the streets, you can't touch them unless a riot pops off. Man. I tell you what, man. There's a lot of so-called thorough dudes in the end. They snitch. They do rat. They do rat and snitch. They do rat and snitch. Yeah. And I've been told that by police officers, former police officers. Yeah. I remember my brethren's big brother. One of his white friends. He used to be a police officer, but he was cool. Like he didn't care that we smoked. He knew we smoked and whatever. He didn't care. Just did what he was doing. He was a police officer, and he said, "Boy, if you knew," and he wouldn't say who. He says, "You know some of them people." I remember him pointing at me and saying, "I know you know because you live wherever." And he was saying, "Yeah, you'd be shocked." And even up to now, I'm wondering, who is he talking about? Who is he talking about? Rats. Yeah. Yeah, in their 50s in jail, Tony. I mean, locked up and just mad, man. Mad. Dirty Boxer says, no, he can do it, but it ain't worth. Well, it is because, like, if he avoids the fight, then what's that going to do to his confidence? He's going to be like, well, now I'm avoiding fights now. And people in the industry, they're going to be saying, oh, you avoided the fights. And he shouldn't let it affect them, but when fighters are vulnerable, I think they take things to heart. You know what I mean? And he'll definitely be vulnerable. EMBI, snitching in the streets is like peds in boxing. Sure, some don't, but best believe a whole lot do. Yes, indeed. But dirty boxing habits. People stop being stush uppercut. The like button for the Morgan Freeman of boxing talks. I'm out, love. Big up, dirty boxing. Big up, big up. Case K, dudes, my neighborhood had beef with. We couldn't touch them unless we had permission. Well, we'll stay out then. What do you mean? Okay. Dudes, my neighbor said that. Okay. Wow. Tony, it's the ones who get nicked loads and are still bopping street. How does that work? Yeah. We like, if you're in the end, you always see them. You think, huh? They said that you know what I mean? You was caught with the blicky or whatever. And y'all want street again? How you do that? You know what I mean? How do you do that? Cases. Wilder got knocked out by Fury. Fury is some huge puncher. And Josie Parker had him all about the place. And like Josie Parker, he did catch AJ and had him stumbling a little, but nowhere near as hurt as Wilder was. And I don't know. I think Wilder's going to get confident after AJ got knocked out and probably look for the fight now. I think that pumped him up, you know. Yeah, and the rats are the ones that are supposed to be the real thorough people at times, isn't it? That's always the case, isn't it? So John Fury won't be in the corner. EMBI, Tone, yeah. They hide behind The no paperwork, so you can't make that claim narrative. I'll tell you something, man. You read some of the affidavits, you'll be shocked. What's on some of them affidavits, bruh? Yeah. Wow. But in saying that, some people who won't rap. You know what I mean? I've heard stories of something that they didn't rap, and they could have put man under the bus, and maybe it got reduced sentence. It didn't rap. Hey, but if I was to ever save someone's life from going in there by not ratting, you know what I'm coming out? I'm coming out looking. You better hold me down, bro. You know what I mean? I was a dope. Case says AJ should take the Triple D fight. If he loses, he loses. It's boxing. Take the risk. Yeah. Yeah. He should. I think he should take it. I don't like the short turnaround, but I do think he should take it. Yeah, I do actually think he should make the adjustments and see if he can do it. If not, then cool. Like Kay said, if you lose, you lose. So what? You know what I mean, people who say you're rubbish. So what? I mean, like, just here's what it is. Just give it your best. Tom said, Beats. When I was younger, I was careful. And people looking at me sideways because I never did any bird. But you know what? Every time I got nicked, it was because someone was a grass. Yeah. We did something silly in a school when I was a kid. You know what I mean? In a school that we didn't come from. And someone GRASSE'd, you know what I mean? They did. And we all ended up in COURT. Yeah, I remember that. My dad was not impressed one bit. Wasn't impressed. You know what I mean? EMBI. He says, "Oh yeah, there are definitely some guys who won't rap 100. Yeah, some people. Yeah, they won't do it. There are some. There definitely are some. Not many. I don't think there's many though. Woo! Case in prison or jail beats. We can't touch our rivals. We have permission. What's that from other inmates? Wow. That must be a code of ethics in it or something. Man. Me? When I was young enough, I got, what did I do? My first job, my mum worked basically in a warehouse and doing what she was doing. Then I got a job through my mum. I mean, I just said, yeah, let me knuckle down and get a job. Then after that, I worked in the supermarket when I was about 18. And I just couldn't. I knew I couldn't afford to be one of them kids who was styling it. No, I'm not working in a place. No, I couldn't do that. Not working in no supermarket. Not doing that, bro. I mean, the man don't see me. Not gonna look good when the man don't see me. The only way you should be talking like that is if you can spit 16s You know what I mean? Score 3 goals. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, for the team, and you got potential to go pro. Or you can make dope mixtapes and CDs and stuff. Apart from that, you shouldn't be talking like that. Well, these kids, man, it's just crazy. Yeah, I'd rather go work, man. I'd rather be the nerd who looks stupid going work, in their opinion. I'll wear that. I wear that. Oh, did Floyd Schofield fight the veteran, Castile Rose? Is this the main event today? Was this on the zone today? That can't be today. I could have watched that. Right, yeah, 3 hours ago. Oh. Oh no, it's November the 2nd, Saturday. It's Saturday. So this is a little taster. Oh, is this the fight when he was headbutted? Oh, I remember that fight. I remember that fight. His opponent was a little rough, innit? His opponent was rough, man. No, was it this fight? No, the opponent. No, the opponent I'm talking about for Schofield, I think he was Latin American, dark skinned brother, a bit taller than him. Yeah. Case. So just start the mixed man with a clean life. See, that was my thing, man. Like, so, like, I used to see it like this. The friends I go around with, we like all the stuff that the street kids like. We like all the, like, you know what I mean, sporting waves and Fila and Takini cars. But we're not going to jail for it, though. That's the difference, you know what I'm saying? Not going to jail for it. You know what I mean? We weren't squeaky. But we weren't, I mean, nah. We weren't squeaky clean. Go work, man. Do my hours. Tom said I brought the police to my parents' house a few times. Got made to feel like a proper mug each time. They might see my dad, like, I mean, when my dad see me bring them to the house, it was oh boy. I don't blame him though. I don't blame him. Seems like what Tyson was saying. My dad wasn't racist. He never racist bone in his body. But he wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, how can I explain it? Don't bring the police to the door. Don't bring no white girls in the house. There were a couple of rules. And he wasn't racist, you know what I mean? Like, well, all these laborers were white. Like, what do you mean that? I couldn't work with my dad. I could not work with my dad. Couldn't work with my dad. I remember I worked a few days with my dad, and like by the second day, My dad would have made me into a nervous wreck, bro. He was just on my case all the time, man. All the time. Wow. Yeah, man. How good is Floyd Schofield? I'm just looking at this fight. I don't think he's that good. I think he's pretty good, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. I have to wait until the step up fights happen. Okay, when Case was 14, those dudes killed my cousin. Wow. Oh, years later, yeah, a homie of mine got, yeah, by the same dude. Wow. America is just it's harsh, isn't it? Like, it's harsh. It's very harsh. Very harsh. Tom said, me and my brothers weren't allowed to bring any girls in the house, regardless of race. My parents would be distraught if we were impregnating anyone under that roof. Yeah, yeah. Wow. Lisa said he's young and aggressive with power. I see some fights where he looked good, Lisa, and then others not so much. So it's hard to know. And is he busy with Golden Boy? Got to keep him busy. Floyd Schofield. I'm not sure. The jury is out a little bit, Lisa, for me. But I'll have to watch more. Is this the fight with the head? Yeah, this the guy was headbutting him up, man. And he started shaking his head there. Wow. And he was cut. See, he's trying to shake it off from the head clash. Oof. That was nasty. It wasn't intentional. They just got in each other's way. Lisa said he has Roddy Shields in his corner. He's kind of busy. That's good. Tom said, me and my brethren weren't allowed to bring any girls to the house regardless of race. My parents would be distraught if we were impregnated anyone under their roof. That's crazy, man. Ronnie Smith, Shields. How good is he? What's happened with Derek James? Derek James has got has Derek James had a fight this year? What's happened with Derek James, man? Is he still with Ryan? What's happening with Errol? Wow. Mad. Okay, so his parents were racist, but they didn't want me messing around with WHITELATINO women. Now they don't care. Is he ranked top 10 for anyone of note? No. Definitely hasn't told, no. Schofield hasn't. Who's Schofield's best opponent been? Yeah, he's 10 bang on. It says here, Tom. Rank number 10. Let me see if I can find it. One second, people. Right, let me go to the rankings page. That'll be just easier if I do that. See what right. 147, is it? No, 140. Let me see 140. What you got? What you got? What you got? All right. Let me see these goals. There's some people complaining, you know what I mean, man. They want the long ball back at White Hart Lane. I was like, wow, you people are just. Man United win 5-2. Tottenham managed to win, but they struggled, it seems, to keep Haaland under pressure. Wow. People at this point, yeah, I think I need to sleep. What's the fights this weekend coming up? Let's have a look at that. And then I'll probably give it a miss. Floyd Money Mayweather. Had 6 skills. Right, we got Floyd Schofield. Yeah, that's it. Shaki Foster versus Conceição. However you pronounce. There's a bit of boxing on. A bit of top rank and a bit of DAZN. To each to his own. Yeah. Yeah, Errol done now. Case, man. EJ was a talented fighter. He was talented, but I'm not sure if he's putting the work in. I'm naked. I'm falling asleep. Peace out, people.